fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our short scenario is entitled Haunted Clubhouse. It was written by Lee Carr, and it's available from Drive-Thru RPG. Our game master is Zane Fleming, and this is version 1, since we might run it again. That being said, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Zane?
Thank you, Tom. So the year is 2018. It's October 28th. It is a Friday after school. You guys are having an after-school rehearsal for the school musical, which is Jesus Christ Superstar. James Hughes, who is the head of the student council, is playing the lead role, and you guys are all friends of his, and you're all very close. You're like a group, and he somehow has convinced you all to get involved with this production, and you're all kind of doing various little bits and pieces. You guys, this is we're in Lincoln, which is a small scenic mountain town. Like, so you're in the valley of the mountains around the area. There's a lot of forest wooded area around you. The population's about 1,700, so it's not huge, not massive or anything like that. Just a small little town. Just the one high school. It's not quite like everyone knows everyone, but yeah, it's you know a lot of people, and you're all kind of acquainted and stuff like this. But this is definitely your friend group. So let's jump in and introduce our cast and find out how they're involved with the show. So let's start off with Tom.
Hi, my name is Tom Rayleigh, and I'm playing the role of Jamie Hughes. I'm going to play Jesus in the musical, which is quite a challenging piece to do. Not as good as Chuck, though. He's got Judas's part, which I'm kind of jealous, but whatever. I'm also class president, so it's a lot to put on my plate. I don't know. That's about it.
Cool. And Morgan?
Hi there, Morgan Llewellyn, and I'm going to be playing Derek Yates. I can't believe I let Jamie talk me into doing this. It's really, I feel like it's going to distract me from my studies, and I really don't want to ruin my 4.0. I've always had a 4.0 ever since kindergarten, and I've just been going ever since. Schooling's important, and I think everybody should strive for a 4.0. That means that you're a smart person. Not much of a singer, though, but I'm doing the lighting and sound.
Yeah, and could you get me that tea with honey and lemon that I asked for about 10 minutes ago?
Jamie, is that tea with lemon? Is that light and or sound?
Never mind.
And John.
My name's John Byram. Tonight I'll be playing the part of Kayla McKenzie. I'm just doing the costumes on this. I really didn't want a part in it, but the cool thing is afterwards we will probably be throwing an amazing post party. So, I want to make sure everybody has a good time. That's all. That's all I'm really here for. Make sure they look incredible, and have an incredible time. Because that's really what it's all about. YOLO.
And Ryan.
Hello, I'm Ryan Cesny, and I will be playing the part of Jessie Jones. She's a bit sporty and not really into the theater scene per se, but she is playing the part of Mary in Jesus Christ Superstar. And basically, it's a little bit awkward and a little bit fish out of water, but she'll tackle this like anything else, head first.
Great. So as I said, it's a Friday after school, and you guys have been rehearsing for a little bit now, and you guys are coming up to the scene where they have the 12 apostles, and they're all there talking to Jesus, and he sort of tells them that there's a traitor in their midst, and there's a confrontation between the character of Jesus and Judas. Judas is played by the kind of the rebel of the school, a guy called Chuck Hillard. He's a bit of a rebel. He's the guy who wears like a leather jacket to school and stuff like that. And but he's got an amazing rock vocal, so he was really sought after to play the part of Judas. So they've just done that scene, and it's coming up to everyone's favorite part of the show, which is when Jamie sings the song Gethsemane, which is the big showstopper. And Jamie has a beautiful voice, and everyone on stage is meant to be asleep, but they kind of can't help open their eyes and watching Jamie do what he does. He's extremely talented. And then as the song comes down to thing, and you know, the director and those in the audience who are kind of watching the rehearsal clap and things like that, the characters playing the soldiers all come onto the stage, and they get ready to take Jesus away. And Judas steps forward, and it comes clear that Judas has betrayed Jesus by telling the guards where Jesus would be in the Gardens of Gethsemane. In the part, and Judas steps forward and kisses Jamie, and Jesus obviously says the line, "You betray me with a kiss." And there's this a really, really just intense moment, and that sort of scene comes to his drop, and the director, who's the drama teacher, Mr. Bridges, sort of stops it all and goes, "All right, thank you very much, everyone. Now listen here. That was great, Jamie, beautiful there. It was great, Chuck. I love what you're doing. Look, you people playing the apostles and Jesse, they're playing Mary. I know it's hard, but you can't watch Jamie, okay? You got to keep your eyes closed. You're meant to be asleep, okay? Let's not be amateurs here, okay? I know this is a school production, but there's a lot on the line, okay? Thank you. All right, let's call that for tonight. All right, everyone. We'll see you back here on Monday after school, okay? Have a great weekend, okay?
Gosh, you guys
Good
just want
job, Chuck.
you guys just want to go get a drink?
We're high school kids.
I know.
Yeah, let's get some coffee at least.
Sweet.
Yeah, musical, throat sore. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys kind of pack up your stuff and kind of head out of the auditorium, and you're walking through the school. And can you all give me a listen check?
Sure. Pass.
I don't hear anything.
I pass.
Okay.
I'm still humming my part.
Trying to get your parts down because you're not used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not listening to anything.
I know it's flat on that high part. That's pretty tough to do.
Yeah. So, Derek, as you guys are walking along, you hear some voices coming from kind of a little bit further off down a couple of corridors. You're in like an outside courtyard bit, and you think it sounds like crying. Someone's crying. And then, Jamie, after you sort of see Derek stop and look over in that direction, and then you kind of stop and realize you can hear it as well.
Is somebody crying?
It sounds like it. I wonder who it is. I'm going to go.
Yeah, let's all go.
Yeah. Let's check it out. Maybe it's somebody practicing for the crucifixion scene.
So you come through, and you kind of come out to the playground. There's like a little playground there, and for obviously for the younger kids. And you see two young boys. You'd probably say they'd be between 8 and 10 years old. One of them is he's a smaller, thin boy. He's got an overbite and like lots of unruly curly hair. And the other boy is a bit bigger, and he's just got like a real, like he's got a bit of a grumpy look on his face. And he's got like a military kind of style haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And the thinner boy, the smaller one, he's crying. And the other boy is sort of trying to kind of calm him down a little bit and pat his back.
Hey, kid, are you okay?
And they look up, and when they look up, you recognize these kids. You don't know their names or anything, but you've seen them around about town.
Sure.
And the one who was crying sort of goes, sorry, Jamie, it's the clubhouse. It's my clubhouse. And the other boy sort of elbows the other kid and then goes, no, don't say anything. Like, just, it's fine. We'll deal with it. Don't worry the big kids. They'll tell our parents.
We're not going to tell
There you go,
anybody.
Toby.
What's
There you
going
go.
on?
Yeah, what's going on?
What is it? I'm going to attempt to, go up and charm them. It's all right. It's all right, little guys. You can tell us.
Cool. Give me a charm roll.
Yeah. What's your name again, kid? You're the kid from down the street, right?
So
Yeah.
That was 100.
David Lineman. That was 100. Yeah. So the
So
burlier
I
boy,
lift one up and I'm like, it's okay.
the kind of the bigger boy, he goes, you play football with my sister. Yeah. She didn't make the team because of you, and he stamps on your foot. Jesse.
I punch him in the shoulder.
Which he punched him in the shoulder, and for a little kid, he kind of just goes, and then just sort of rubs a bit, but he doesn't retaliate or anything.
Yeah.
Jamie, yeah, he said the other kid, the thinner kid, was like, David Lineman, yeah, I live on your street. Yeah. And then give me a history check, all of you.
No.
I failed by 1. I spend a luck point.
You
Maybe
can
I'll
if you like.
pass.
Yeah.
A straight A student can spend a luck point.
I failed.
All right, spend the luck point.
Derek, you all of a sudden realize that you recognize David. He was in the papers a year ago for one of his friends. His best friend went missing, and there was a big it was like a big thing in the town, and they went looking for his friend, and they just couldn't find him. But he was in the newspaper for, obviously they interviewed him and asked him, because he was the last person that supposedly saw his friend before he went missing. And it was when he said his name, David Lineman, that's what really sparked it, and then you recognized his face.
Okay. Well, I'm the intelligence of this here operation, but I'm not good with the socializing, so I'm going to kind of lean in close kind of to Jamie's ear.
You want me to do it? I seem to be off.
She has her Mary Magdalene going.
Hey, Jamie. David's the kid whose friend disappeared like a year ago.
Oh.
I wonder if that has something to do with that.
Well, David, what do you said you're upset about your haunted, your great your clubhouse.
Yeah, no, I a couple of days ago I was out at the clubhouse, and you know, I haven't been there for a while, and I fell asleep, you know, and I woke up and there was all this writing on the walls, and it was really scary. And I think it's my friend. I think it's the ghost of my friend who passed away.
Your friend who disappeared?
Yeah, Stephen. And then when he says this, everyone, you guys all remember the case. It was about a year ago, so it was in 2017, around the same time, October. Young boy of 7, Stephen Smothers, he went missing. And it was all in the newspapers and stuff. And some of you guys even were probably involved with the search of, you know, looking through the woods in groups and trying to find signs of this guy, this little kid.
You said there's writing on the walls, and you think that it's Stephen trying to contact you from the dead?
Yeah, there were all these, like, they weren't there before, and then when I woke up, they were I felt really like I was being watched or something, and there was all this writing, and it was really scary.
Do you guys want to see this? Would you
I
take us
totally
there?
want to see this.
Yeah, let's. Would you take us here and show us?
What is it?
And he sort of looks around, and it's pretty dark now because obviously you guys had finished up after rehearsals and things, and he goes, I don't really want to go back at dark. Can I? And he looks at Gregory, and Gregory he introduces the other kid. And he goes, this is Gregory Miller, and you guys obviously know Gregory Miller. He's a little bit of a bad kid, as you said, Jesse. You used to play football with his sister, but she got kind of kicked off the team for drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. They come from a rougher side of the home.
Yeah.
Their dad's in the military, and he's pretty rough on them.
Do we know where the clubhouse is?
No.
Okay.
No. Sorry?
I was just saying, David, why don't you show us where the clubhouse is, and then we'll walk you home.
It's kind of we hid it in the forest. I'd have to show you, but I can take you in the morning when it's daylight.
What do you guys think?
Well, is it a weekday? Is it going to be a weekend?
It's going to be the weekend.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
It's
tomorrow's
Saturday.
Saturday. That's the first day of our weekend. So yeah.
Come on,
Well,
you guys.
if
It'd
we
be
go
so
tomorrow,
cool.
that would give me time to get the homework done. So I think that would be a good time.
It'd be so cool to see it at night, though. Come on.
I'll lean into Derek and whisper, the kid whose friend disappeared is seeing him. I think that this needs to happen for his sake.
And I'm gonna kind of whisper back, and it's like, "No, he said he's writing. Some kid's probably just being mean to him."
Well, let's. He's a little kid. Let's let him.
Yeah.
We'll walk you home right now, and then we'll come and find you in the morning.
Okay. And so you guys are, I'm assuming, start kind of walking along. And do you guys want to ask any questions to David and Gregory as you guys are walking along and walking them back?
I'll ask. I'll try to engage because I want to make him feel better about it. I'm not really trying to fish for information. I will ask like what his friend is telling him with these messages.
He sort of goes, I ran out of there pretty quick. I didn't get to have a good look, but there was like pictures of like something that looked like animals and there was writing, but it was I think it might have said help me. And then at that point Gregory goes, just making it up.
Yeah. So at this point I'm kind of thinking that it's internal trauma, so I'm just like, oh yeah, he was probably writing that he doesn't need your help anymore. He's probably in a better place, and just trying to comfort him and trying to twist that as much as possible.
Yeah. So you guys have kind of come to a point now where you're on the main street of Lincoln, and there's kind of two different directions to go to. There's the kind of the more wealthier part of town, which James, you and Derek live on. And then there's the kind of more slightly rougher, not as nice part of town, which is where Gregory and Jesse, you guys are from. Kayla, you're kind of you're not too far from the main area. You come from quite a wealthier part of town. Your parents are quite well off. So you kind of, there's two different ways, and both kids live on different parts of the town.
So, David, how do you and Gregory know each other? You guys friends?
Yeah, we're in the same class and stuff, and we both knew Stephen. And then Gregory goes, I saw him crying in the woods, and I brought him back into town.
Good kid. Gregory, where do you live? You want us to walk you home too afterwards?
Well,
And he sort of he's playing with his foot on the ground a little bit, and he goes, You don't have to. I'll be okay. You don't have to. And
All
stuff.
right,
And you can
why
tell he's kind of not. He kind of. You're getting the impression that he wants you to take him home, but he's a little bit embarrassed about it.
What is it? I'll pipe up and say, don't worry about it. They both live not too far from me anyway. I'm going that way anyway.
Let's take Greg home, and then we can go to the Starbucks on 5th Street down there. That's towards Gregory's place.
Yeah.
So we'll walk you home after we walk David home.
And he goes, okay.
And then we'll all go to Starbucks.
Cool. So yeah, you guys walk David home, and it's just a standard middle class house, 2-story. And he's got his own house key, and he goes in the door and stuff like that. And then you kind of walk back down through the main road and street, and you guys are all talking and chatting and stuff like that. And Gregory's feeling a little bit more kind of comfortable around you guys, and he's voiced up a bit more and said, yeah, I was just walking through the woods, and I was just playing soldiers, and then I heard him crying, and I went and found him, and he tripped over and hurt his knee, so I gave him one of my lollipops, and then I walked him back into town, and that's when you guys found us.
Very nice of you. Do you remember where that was? You know where the clubhouse is?
I know where the clubhouse is, but yeah, it'll take a while to get there and stuff. It's out past the old haunted mansion. And when he says that, that's like a local legend. You guys all know about the old ruins in the forest, supposedly haunted. A big mansion house. It's all like part of it's burnt out, and it's all pretty old. You think it kind of came out around the 20s and stuff like that.
It's the old place.
It's you know it as the old Madison Mansion.
Madison Mansion. Okay. Well, look, we're coming up to your house, dude. I just gotta ask you one question. Be honest with us. Are you playing some sort of trick on him?
No. I mean, like, look, I don't. Me and Steven didn't get along that well, and David's a little bit of a wimp, but I mean, what? Look, I just think David's making it up. I think he's just seeing things. I don't know.
Did you go in the clubhouse before, or was he like way out?
He was nowhere near the clubhouse.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
I think he'd been out there all night.
What is it?
You guys get to the trailer park. He lives in a trailer park.
Okay.
And he kind of walks off into the trailer park and things, and you assume he just goes back to his house, or his trailer, and then you guys start walking back up the main street to go to the Starbucks.
Yeah. Fucking kids.
For real.
I bet you he's fucking with them.
He probably wrote all that shit on the wall, but you know how they are. They always want to mess with each other,
Jesse, that does kind of hit you kind of think back to his sister Monica, and she you kind of see her doing something kind of nasty like that. She was a bit of a bully. So you kind of maybe do think a little bit along the lines of that.
Yeah, because it's like awfully convenient that he just happened to walk by and find his friend. I mean, if he didn't do it, some other kid probably did it. But
yeah, well, no, that if he's anything like his sister, that little brat totally set him up, and he's picking on a kid who basically is pretty well in the process of grieving, so that's insult to injury there.
Well, and he is kind of a wimpy kid, but then weren't we all wimpy kids at some point or another?
Nope.
I was always hot.
I guess I still am. Aha. Self-roast.
It's all right, Derek. You're okay.
So they you guys have ordered your drinks, and they've come and brought them over to your guys' table.
we'd probably just talk about the play, and we'd probably talk about school. And
Yeah, exactly. Do you guys want to do anything tonight, or do you guys go back home and plan to meet up somewhere tomorrow?
I don't know, you guys. It'd be so. Does anybody even have any clue at all where this clubhouse is? I
we
mean, I
have.
know
Well,
He said it was out by the old Madison House. So
yeah, you guys want to go out to the Madison House? That's also supposed to be haunted, which,
Yeah.
I totally
haunted house
do.
at night.
the thing
Yeah.
is that it's out in the forest and it's night. Are we going to be able to find it? Since I don't have a flashlight on me.
Oh, we can go around by my place, pick some up. That wouldn't be a
Don't you
problem.
have homework to do, Derek?
Gosh, we're finally getting him to come out of his books. Can we just go with it?
Oh, that's right. There's the test on Monday, guys.
Oh, Derek,
I
come on,
mean-
God.
Kayla, you're great in that class isn't all that great. You know, if you bomb this
Yeah.
test, you know.
And
your
just so
parents
you
get-
guys know, Derek is in his last. He's in his last year of school, and he's 16. So he's been put forward a considerable amount. He's
God,
he's
so smart.
very smart.
You know, Derek, if you miss this, if you screw up, you can always come back next year.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't want to jeopardize scholarships like that. Are you crazy?
I think Kayla would agree with me that your parents put way too much pressure on you.
Yeah, you just got to live it a little. Like, come on, let's go.
It's
It'd be
one
so-
night. It's one night.
Not only that, but think about the extracurricular you're going to be able to write with doing some like hands-on historical research into the local history.
What's the test on?
Hmm?
On Monday. What's your test
Astrophysics.
on Monday?
Ew.
Oh, it's AP calculus.
Is that
Well,
fair?
I would like to be able to say something clever and smart at this point, but
I have no idea
got
what
me.
that even is.
You're going to ace
Oh.
that test.
Give me idea rolls, everyone.
I pass.
I cannot pass to save my life tonight.
Let's hope you
Derek, you
pass. If you're lying.
I'm still thinking about that bitch Monica.
Derek, you know that there's like Stephen, a lot of people have gone missing over the years because you live in such a wooded area and stuff. There has been a lot of cases where people have gone missing, and you think that going off into the woods at night to try and find a place that you have no idea where it is probably not the best idea. And Kayla, you got an extreme pass on idea as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So you kind of all of a sudden, when you kind of come out of the Starbucks, it is pretty dark. It's pretty late now. It's probably around about 9-10 o'clock. You left the Starbucks because they were closing up. Basically, as you guys arrived, you got your drinks and they were closing up. You kind of think, you look out and it hits you maybe creeping through the woods that late at night to go to a haunted house maybe isn't that fun, and it would be better if you had daylight and stuff, and you guys can take your bikes and you can go directly to the place because you can just pick up the kids and you'll know where to go. You guys think probably it's best not to go. You know where the Madison House is, so if you could.
But it's impractical because it's pitch black outside.
Yeah.
In a forest. Even if there was a moon, we couldn't see where we were going.
And you know, as I said, Derek, you know that a lot of people have gone missing in these woods.
But you know what we could do is we could go there tomorrow morning, and then if you want to spend the night it's the weekend.
Mm.
We could spend the night in the Madison House and see how spooky it is.
Oh, do you really believe in all that stuff, Jamie?
No, but it would be fun. We could tell ghost stories. We'd have a
I've
little
actually got one. I've got so many, and I want to share with you guys. That would be so fun. You
Kelly,
guys,
you
for
are
real.
so dark. It's wonderful.
We can make s'mores. We can make s'mores.
We do a camp out. We do a camp out.
It's
Which
gonna be
means,
so fun, you guys.
Derek,
For
you
real.
have
Ooh, bonfire.
Derek, you have to go home now and do all of your homework so that you can be with us all weekend long.
Yeah, like go study your AP Caterpillar and like get finished with it, you know? So then you can come out and we can all have fun again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Derek,
Give me
Derek.
Give me a education role,
Who?
Derek.
Derek.
I pass. 65.
You've actually finished your homework. You actually have to finish Kayla's homework.
That's right.
Which is why Caleb wants him to go do his homework. All right, you guys want to?
Because you're smart enough to know that you have to kind of like dumb down your answers a little bit, so it's not obvious.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, Kayla, yeah, I'll go home and get my homework done tonight. But, if I were you, I'd really be thinking about that test because that's all you.
It's fine. If it gets too hard, just have your coach talk to the teacher. It'll get sorted out.
Dude, bring your book with you, and we'll quiz you.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll quiz me?
And I look over at Kayla, I'm going, really?
I would love to hear what kind of
Winking at
questions
you,
you would
Kayla.
ask. I'd love to hear what you would quiz me on, Jamie.
Theater
right.
history.
Let's head on home.
Cool.
To say. I've got some local practicing to do.
What is it?
You guys head all off home, and you obviously have your encounters with your parents and stuff like that, and they've made you dinner, and you do all that stuff, and you pack your bag for everything that you would have with you to go on this trip. So like I said, you've all got things like, you've got a torch each, you've got your bikes, which you'll take out because some of you, like Jamie, you and Kayla both have a car, but you're going into the woods, so a car's impractical. Whereas with a bike,
it's just down the street, so
exactly. So so you guys you've all got bikes and you've all got a torch, and you pack some lunch and anything. So you decide you're gonna camp in the medicine house that night.
Yeah, we tell our parents what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so you guys pack sleeping bags and something to sleep on, and a couple of Derek, your dad's got one of those camping stoves.
Coleman.
So you've got all that stuff, and Kayla, you kind of raid your parents' kitchen for all the food and s'mores and all the candy and stuff that you'll need for the group. So you've got by far the most bags. So Jesse's bike gets loaded up with, I'd say, about a good 50% of what you bring, because Jesse's only just got the one bag of what she needs and a sleeping bag, and so she loads up her bike with the rest of it. And then
somebody needs to carry it.
And then you guys, so you guys all kind of meet up at the diner quite early. The diner in town. You're going to have a good breakfast before you go, and you guys all were texting last night the plan, and you sent a text to Jessie, James, because she was the closest to Gregory, to go into the trailer park early in the morning and leave a note for Gregory to meet at the diner. And you did the same thing to David. You went by his house and left a note for David to meet you at the diner when they wake up and things, so that they can show you where the clubhouse is. But I'm assuming you're planning to send Gregory and David home before you spend the night in the medicine.
Yeah, they're not going to.
Absolutely.
He's bothered enough by the clubhouse. We don't want to.
Yeah, so you guys come into the diner, which is called The Last Stop.
Oh boy.
Great name.
And the owner is a really, really nice woman. Her name's Julie, and she is kind of, you'd say, in her late 50s, and everyone dresses in that kind of old school 50s kind of diner stuff. Kayla, you actually work here. Sometimes you pick up some shifts every now and then. And so that you kind of walk in and everyone says hello, and Julie comes over and goes, "Oh, hi kids, it's so good to see you."
Hey, Julie.
Do you want the same booth table, the usual?
Yes, please.
So you guys, she points over to it's all set for you, and you guys kind of go off and take your table, and one of the waitresses comes over, and she takes your order. What do you guys order?
Adam and Eve on toast.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here. Adam and Eve on a raft and wreck them.
Okay.
Yeah.
My man.
I'm gonna get a sausage egg like croissant sandwich.
And is that cherry pie you got over there?
Yeah, just for you, Jamie. We know you love your cherry pie.
Ooh, it's a little early in the morning, but
And
No,
then
Jamie,
Kayla,
you're watching your
So
figure
good.
so close.
Kayla, what would you like to have breakfast?
Oh man, just a bagel with maybe like some cream cheese on it would be fine.
With cream cheese. Cool. So yeah, you guys are sort of sitting there and eating your thing, and then the bell rings obviously as the doors open, and David and Gregory both walk in, and they look around and see you, and David's got a really big grin on his face. He's really excited, and he comes over the table, and the way it's sitting is obviously, as I said, you guys are in a booth. So against the windows, we've got Derek and Jesse. You guys are on both window parts of the seat. Next to Jesse is Kayla. Next to Derek is James. And then Gregory sits next to James, and David sits next to Kayla.
did you guys eat before you came, or do you need something? Cereal? Breakfast? Pancakes?
Yeah, pancakes. Yeah.
Julie, can you get them some pancakes?
Oh, sure, no problem. And
Thank you.
when you do that as well, Gregory's like really he actually kind of perks up a bit and he goes, "Oh, thanks, guys."
Well, and I look over at Julie and I go,
and so yeah, they you guys kind of are chatting and things, and they bring over all the food. You guys eat up, and it's a really good feed, and yeah, you guys want to explain the plan to Gregory and David?
Take it away, Jamie. It was your plan.
well, kids, we're going to go out there and we're going to check out your clubhouse today. And then we might spend the night out in the woods, but we want you to show us what you saw.
With that, David sort of goes, "You can't stay out there. No, there's stuff out there. My dad was telling me that people go missing in the woods."
Well, woods are kind of treacherous, and people sometimes do go missing, but usually they're alone, and we're not going to be alone.
Just be careful, because what if Steven gets you?
But Steven's not a mean ghost, is he?
Steven's your
I don't
friend,
know.
right?
And Steven was only 7, so it's not like he's super strong.
Look, if Steven's a ghost, maybe he's just lost out there, and he needs somebody to tell him that he can go on to wherever, heaven or wherever he wants to go.
Gregory sort of says, "God, it's not Steven. It's just he's making it up." And then David sort of goes, "I'm not. I told you, Gregory. I'm not. I saw it."
I'm gonna, lean over to Gregory and be like, "Oh, you have a little something," and just like punch him again on the shoulder and be like, he's not making up anything. It's okay.
So you guys have all finished up, and they're ready to go, and things like that, and you guys go out to your bikes. David is going to ride with. He wants to ride with. Give me all charm rolls.
I punch him in the face.
I passed.
I
You
failed.
passed?
I passed.
Okay.
I got a hard success.
Okay. Cool. So, what did you pass on, James?
Just a regular success.
Regular. Okay. So, David has taken quite a liking to Kayla.
Well, who would?
and he wants to ride with Kayla, so he's gonna sort of sit up on your handlebars. You know, you think he's kind of, you know, cute little kid, and you're kind of treating him a bit like a puppy. Gregory, he kind of asks if he can ride with you, James, because you're kind of the only one that's kind of being nice to him.
Yeah.
So he actually goes, this kind of style bike you got, he's actually right. He's going to stand on the pegs on the back of your wheels. So he's going to stand on the back.
Can you handle that? Can you stand back there?
Yeah, I do this with my sister all the time.
All right, grab a hold of my belt so that you can.
Okay. So you guys ride off. You head into the woods, and like I said, it's a very wooded area. Like it's full on forest, you know, pine trees and things like that, dirt ground, and very soon once you get through, the path disappears. You know, eventually you kind of the way that David's directing you all, you've gone off the beaten path now, and you're going through the forest. Can you all give me 1 sec? Let me check what you guys have.
Can I say that one thing that we brought with us is like some Band-Aids and Bactine?
Yeah. You've kind of thought of.
You always get scratched in the woods.
Yeah, you've thought ahead when it comes to that sort of stuff. I can't see.
Jamie, you're so smart like that. Like you're.
They don't have a ride thing, but give me a dex roll, all of you guys.
But there's no bicycle skill.
Yeah, I was like, there's no ride. That's really annoying.
There's no ride?
Yeah.
Woohoo! First pass.
I passed with a hard success.
Oh, that's because they think that ride is like ride a horse.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're taking it off the modern one. Yeah, I passed 32 out of 40.
I failed 60 on 50.
Right.
And you're riding double.
Yeah, and he's got David on the end of his. So you guys are riding along, and like I said, you've gone off the path, so you're kind of on the beaten track. You kind of come to a bit where it's a bit slopey, and James, you're kind of leading the group at this point. You've all stopped. To go, hey guys, be careful. It's kind of bad around here.
It's rough here.
So, you kind of go down, even with Gregory on the back. He sort of seems to know when to lean properly. Like he's done this before, so he's not a hindrance to you riding at all. Derek, you'll come down next, and you're all good. Jesse, you follow up behind Derek just to make sure Derek's fine because he's not the most athletic of people. And then Kayla was bringing up the rear. Unfortunately, David isn't as apt at riding on the handlebars of someone. So when you're trying to turn, and if he's trying to hold on too tight, so you kind of stumble a bit, and the chain kind of comes off of things, and you guys fall off the bike.
Oh shit!
Which obviously David just instantly starts crying, and give me a 1d2, Kayla.
Oh shit! I got the Bactine and the Band-Aids.
Try out those first aid skills.
You got a 1, so you take 1 point of damage.
Derek.
And I'm going to stop. Stop, and I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
Kind of run over to Kayla. Are you okay? Going to her first, not the crying kid.
David's kind of landed on Kayla, so he's not too badly hurt. But Kayla has hurt her ankle where the bike sort of fallen on her ankle.
Derek, did you get that on your cell phone?
No, I didn't. Are you okay, Kayla?
I'm fine. It just messed up my ankle. Just make sure he's okay. Just let's get him to stop crying as such.
Right.
Buddy.
Yeah. I guess we'll attempt to calm him.
I pull out the Band-Aids and I go, look, superhero Band-Aids.
Give me a charm roll, Jamie.
Just Jesse or Jamie?
Jamie, he's doing the band-aids.
34 out of 55. So break
Yeah,
it.
cool. So you calm him down. He smiles at the superhero band-aids, and even though he's not really that cut, there's a little kind of cut there from where he Gregory said he fell over the other day, and there is a scuff on his knee. So you just put a plaster over that. Kayla, you kind of take some of the bandage out from one of the things and rub a little bit of like some of that tiger balm stuff onto your ankle, and yeah.
And Kayla, you get Spider-Man.
Look, David.
Hey, my
and
mom
we're
got
matching.
them for me.
So
But
James,
you kind of realize
so
now
James is a
Kayla,
Marvel man.
No, my mom.
when Kayla, you kind of go to get back up, you try to put pressure on your ankle, and it's still quite sore. You don't think you're going to be able to ride anymore.
Okay, you get on my handlebars. David can get on James' handlebars.
How much further is it? Couldn't we?
Give me a luck roll, all of you.
Okay, I pass with a hard success.
I also got a hard success.
I fail.
Okay, and you fail.
Yep.
Cool. So with the amount of stuff that Kayla's got, and the fact of how much stuff you've got, Jesse, there's no way that you can take Kayla on your bike with all of her stuff.
Well, give me Kayla's stuff.
Okay. So, and you'd have to obviously leave the bike. And somebody
Right.
would have to take David.
David, how much farther is it?
Maybe like another hour.
Holy crap, dude. What are you doing out in the woods this far from home?
You know the medicine house is about 20 minutes from here. It's not that far. You could walk it. Like I'm saying 20 minutes walk. If you were riding, it would be a bit quicker.
Well, if that's the case, why don't we drop off some of the stuff at the Madison house, then send some people ahead to the clubhouse,
Yeah.
and then come back.
Here. I'll walk Kayla and our bikes to the Madison house. You guys can go on to the clubhouse.
Thanks, Derek.
Well, let's it's getting. Let's all just go to the Madison house at the moment and maybe eat a snack or something, and then we'll move on. But, geez, kid, don't you play video games?
Which kid are you asking that to?
I guess both of them, but I'm talking to David.
Yeah, David goes, yeah, I love video games. My dad let me play the new Spider-Man game. It's really cool. I like swinging through the streets. And Gregory goes, we don't have a console.
Oh, well, I was just saying, why are you're
A Commodore man, I understand.
He sort of gives you a weird look. He does not understand what the hell you're talking about.
All right. Kayla,
All right, so
okay? Do you need a foot massage?
No, Jamie. Gosh, I'm good. I'm just gonna walk this off. It'll be fine for real. I hate that the kid bounced off the ground, but
Well,
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know?
he bounced more off of you, but give me your pack. I've got both packs.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jamie.
I guess I'll I'll carry her bike and mine.
No, you're gonna have to leave the bike.
Oh yeah.
You've you've got too much stuff
Nobody's going to take
because you failed your luck roll.
Fair enough. I'll my bike's still working, so I guess I'll balance the stuff on that and just walk beside it. So I don't need anybody behind.
Can we at least chain her bike to a tree or something?
Well, I mean,
you'll have your bike lock. Yeah.
I mean, it's a 20-minute walk. I mean, I say we just go to the house, come back for the bike in 20.
It's a 20-minute walk. We can just I'll just walk with Caleb. We'll just walk our bikes. It's fine. Only
Yeah,
20
that's
minutes.
cool.
What is it? Kayla's going to have problems walking, though, on that ankle, won't you?
I think it's gonna be okay. I just need a couple minutes. Gosh, you know, it's not. I'm resilient. I'll get back.
So if you're going to do that, if Derek and Kayla are going to walk, they kind of start walking back, and James and Jesse, you guys can take David and Gregory on your, but Jesse, you get David to ride like Gregory's riding, so standing on the pegs on the back as opposed to sitting on the handlebars, because it's a bit easier to control that way. So yeah, do you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
maybe to lighten the mood as we're going along, we're like, try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you.
Yeah. So you guys
Which is
you guys
Jesse's
start
thing.
singing your parts, because you think might as well practice your songs. Yeah, and Jamie, you give Jesse a couple of notes on like where to control the voice and the breath and stuff a bit better and stuff like that. So you guys have ridden off. Derek and Kayla, let's start with you guys. So you guys kind of you both pick up your you've got your bike, Derek, and you're kind of just wheeling it along next to you, and you're helping support Kayla, and you're not like limping hard out, but you're trying to put less pressure on your ankle, but put a little bit enough so that it kind of strengthens up. It's not broken or sprained or anything. It's just a bit raw. So you guys are walking along, and give me idea rolls, both you and Kayla and Derek.
95. I'm a little preoccupied with trying to keep the bike straight and moving.
You're doing AB calculus in your head.
And doing AP calculus in my head. It's physics, thinking about the physics test coming up next week.
I got a regular success.
So you think you think you don't really know much about the Madison House, and you wonder if maybe Derek knows anything a bit more about like the legends of why is it haunted and how long's it been here and stuff like that, because he's the history buff. He knows about all that thing, because you're starting to get a little bit nervous about, you put on this big kind of but yeah, you're starting to get a little bit nervous about spending the night there.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
So what is it with this house that makes it so haunted? I mean, everybody just always said it was haunted, and nobody ever said why. It's just so, like, do you know anything about that? Or?
That's an excellent question. Keeper, do I know anything about that?
Give me a computer use. Do you have that? Let me just check.
Do, and I just failed my roll.
Okay. Do you have? Do you want? Give me a history check.
History. 35. That's a pass.
Cool. So you you know a little bit about it. It's called the Madison House because it was owned by a doctor called Dr. Madison. What was his first name? Hang on 1 second. He doesn't have a first name. So let's call him Derek. Dr. Derek Madison.
That's mine.
Which is that is your name. So yeah, that's why you kind of found it a little bit interesting, because you've got the same name. So you remember that it was owned by a guy called Dr. Madison, and the legend goes that he used to do experiments on people walking through the woods, and stuff like that. This was like in the early 90s. Sorry, like in the like 1910, around that time. It's a very old building, and I suppose that's the legend, that he used to do all these, tests and use subjects and stuff like that.
Well, you see, Kayla, it used to be owned by a Dr. Derek Madison, actually. And according to what people said, he would, find like some people walking alone in the woods, around his house, and he would take them and do all sorts of horrible experiments on them.
Gross. My gosh. But I mean, it's probably nothing, but it's going to be so cool to be camping out, especially with you and you guys, It's going to be good. We're going to have a good time. My ankle, it's probably, I don't know. I mean, it's going to hurt for a minute, but I think it's going to be okay. So, I mean, let's put the accident behind us and let's just have a good time, all right? It's going to be good. We're going to have fun.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for walking with me, Derek.
Oh, anything for you.
Give me an idea roll, Kayla or Derek.
How many of these will I pass? How many of these will I fail? Okay, I passed that one. 45.
I got a hard success.
Okay, you guys sort of look around and realize that you can't see the others anymore. You know which direction, you're not lost. But you look around and kind of realize the others have gone and think this could be an opportune moment for maybe a bit of a makeout sesh.
We are kind of by ourselves, and so just saying.
Yes, that would appear to be the case. And we could cut over to the others now.
And we fade
fine.
to black, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the children's Sunday special.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's catch up with Jesse, James, Gregory, and David. So you guys are kind of biking along. You're not having issues with getting there, and you pull up just outside the ruins of the old burnt out. It's like a mix of wood and brick house, one of those ones.
Yeah,
it's pretty big. It's outside that. There's like a big kind of brick wall with the big iron gates and stuff like that. It's a big kind of 2-story creepy looking house. You kind of get to the gate and stop and get off your bikes.
This is your clubhouse?
no, this is the Madison house.
Oh.
Kayla's gonna flip. She's gonna love this.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I'll open the gate.
Well, should we leave let's leave our stuff here. Let's go inside and leave our stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back and find the other two. They're probably making out.
So you guys go.
That
go
nerd,
through.
why would he? Yeah.
It's not him. It's her.
You guys push the gates open, and Jesse and James, you wheel your bikes through the entrance. And as you kind of get to the front door, you look back and you realize that Gregory and David are still standing at the gate.
That's
Problem?
Okay. We'll be there in a minute.
We don't want to go in there, and it's too scary. David says, and Greg goes, "I'm not scared. I just don't want to go in. It's stupid."
Just wait there for a minute.
I stay loud enough for Gregory to hear over to James. He sounds pretty scared. Practicing my stage whisper.
Give me a dodge, Jesse.
Success.
Pretty much as you say that, you kind of feel something quickly fling past your head, and it smashes a window off to the side. And you look back, and Gregory's standing there, and he's throwing a rock up and down.
Hey, Gregory, you want us to leave you here?
And then he kind of stops throwing the rock, and then he sits down on the ground next to David.
Another stage whisper. Told you he was scared.
Then David sort of yells up after you guys. He goes, "Be careful. Some of the floorboards are pretty pretty rotten. We used some of the wood for this place to build our clubhouse.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, what is it? We'll drop off the stuff from our bikes, and what is it? This is kind of just a staging ground, so
Yeah. Let's just put our stuff inside, and then we can walk back a little bit and see if we can find Kayla and Derek.
Cool. So you guys open the door, and it's one of those classic kind of, you open up and there's the stairwell up pretty much straight away as you go in, and then there's rooms off to the side. There's a lot of overgrown kind of plant and greenery and stuff. There's smashed windows, and there's spray paint everywhere. A couple of like Metallica has been spray painted wall, pentagrams, number 666, and it just looks like this place is, it's just teenagers have come and
Kayla's gonna love it.
squatters. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like the kind of place that Kayla would be hanging out with.
Oh, she was here. And here. And here.
Yeah.
And here.
The sign of the beast.
In fact, give me a spot hidden, both of you.
Damn, we should have brought candles. Candles would have been cool.
Here's that.
Oh, I've got a lousy spot hidden.
Yeah, that's a fail for me.
Fail.
Can I push it?
Yep, sure, push it.
Going through the floorboards if you fail.
You pass?
I, in fact, made a hard pass.
Wow.
Cool. So, yeah, you actually notice there's a spray can on the floor, and above that kind of where that space is, there's if you want a good time, call this number, and you notice that the number that's been written on the wall is your own. You see?
I'm just going to spray paint over that.
Yeah.
Look over and scowl.
Have you been getting any phone calls lately?
I mean, there was this creepy guy that was deep breathing, but I thought it was just some random perv.
Oh, that was me. I was just out of breath. Oh, no. Damn. So the people come out here, at least we know that. So
as you're spray painting over the over your phone number, give me a luck roll.
01.
Oh, nice. So you hear a floorboard creak kind of down the passage where you're looking, and you see movement of someone coming up the passage.
Okay, I will turn, spray paint in hand, and say, "Who's there?"
And out of the shadows and stuff like that, you realize it's a guy. It's like a kid your age. He's got a leather jacket and hoodie, and as you get close, it's very clearly this is Chuck Hillard. And he sort of walks up. He's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
what the
Okay.
fuck, Chuck?
Hey, Jones.
Jones,
you messing up my artwork?
Oh, okay. So I'm going to.
He swipes the can of thing out of your hand.
Dude, that's totally not cool.
So I'm going to.
Hey,
I'm going to punch him shoulder. Not really trying to hurt him, just like expressing my displeasure.
Okay.
Don't hit him in the face. He's got a role to play.
Yeah, that's why I said the shoulder.
Okay. Give me a brawl roll.
That would be 100.
So yeah, you kind of go to swing, and he catches your hand, and he sort of he catches your hand and just sort of smiles and goes, "Hey, maybe we can get rough later, Jones. Not in front of Husey, eh? And he just walks past you, and then goes over to you, James, and Jamie, and he goes, "How you doing, Hughes? It was a good scene the other day."
What the hell are you doing here, Chuck?
This place, yeah, me and the boys, we hang out all the time. Do you like what we're done with the place? And he gestures around to all the spray paint and
Are your boys here?
there's like, you realize there's nah, it's just me today. I was doing a little bit of spring cleaning, and then he opens his bag and he pulls out some bottles of alcohol and things like that, and there's a couple of like Playboy magazines and things like that, classic, boy stash stuff.
Dude, that's not cool.
just like, what are you, like 12 in the 1950s? Really?
Dude, that's not
inches.
cool.
Yeah, I'm 12 inches. Thanks for noticing, Jones.
It's not cool putting that on the wall, dude.
What? 666.
No,
Number of the beast.
No, that's cool. No, putting Jesse's phone number up there, that's not cool.
No, that wasn't me.
Psychology to see if he's lying?
Yeah, sure. Yep. Give me a psychology.
Yeah, I got a 2.
Yeah, he's lying.
Yeah.
I believe him.
Okay. All right.
Dude,
yeah.
you gotta like look, dude. This whole tough guy persona is really cool and all that, except that you got a future with that voice. I'd stick to that and get away from this shit.
And he sort of laughs and he's like, "You're always looking out for me, Husey, ain't you?" And he gives you like, those like bro high fives and brings it in for a hug thing. And give me a listen roll, James.
34. My listen is 60. Yeah, so almost a half.
Jesse, you can give me a listen roll as well, but you've got to get an extreme.
Sure. And that is nope. I'm what is it? I'm working on my pitch control.
Cool, sweet. So I'm actually going to type what you hear, Jamie.
Okay.
And with that, after that kind of like little hug, and he goes, "Right, I'll see you dudes later. Don't get." And he goes, "Right, I'll see you dudes later." And he opens the door and goes to go, and he, as he's going, goes, "Hey, Hughes, the rest of your gang's here."
Okay.
And as you look outside, you do see that Kayla and Derek have turned up.
What is it? And as he's leaving, I just kind of want to like peek outside. I don't really watch him, but I'm just kind of curious how he got up here because we didn't see a bike out here.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if he walks off into the woods or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. He just kind of walks past the guys and stuff. Pulls a couple of chocolate bars he's got in his pocket and throws them down to Gregory and David as he walks past.
This is a 12-year-old stash.
Chuck, what are you doing here?
Just picking up my dry cleaning. This place does great rates.
Oh my
God. He just walks off.
Chuck, whatever. Come on, Derek, let's get with the guys inside. What are you two? You guys coming in?
No, we're on guard. We're watching on guard.
Good idea. You guys are awesome. God, you're so awesome. Come on, Derek.
Oh, good job, guys.
So when you guys come in, I'm like, "So did you guys have fun making out?"
Jamie, whatever. For real. Like, that's not even a thing that we do ever.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Start swiping some.
Kayla. When I point to the 666's on the wall. They got your phone number.
I had to change it because you kept calling me, Jamie. Now it's 667. Oh my god, I just gave it to you.
You just told them. What you blew it. Okay, we're gonna have to correct the number in here now.
So yeah, what do you guys want to? What would you like to do?
Well, let's just put our.
What was
stuff
Chuck doing here, guys? Did you guys invite Chuck?
No, Chuck hangs out here apparently with his gang, probably in the back room, fapping and doing whatever they do.
All of you give me listen rolls.
Fail.
I fail. I'm too busy listening to Jessie doing her pitch practice.
Not to get worried.
I failed because I have no idea what fapping is, and I'm trying to get a signal on my phone to Google it.
That's going to be an interesting Google search. Actually, Kayla, you can give me a computer use roll. Jamie, you hear what sounds like footsteps downstairs.
I failed my computer use check, but just barely.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna. Yeah, you. So you type fapping into Google search, and you get the standard. What comes up with that?
You guys just hang on. I'm surprised I didn't even get a signal out here.
I just whispered to her, Jackie.
Oh my god, gross, Jamie. You guys really do that?
Get over it. Everybody does it.
Oh my god. They really say that. God, you guys are gross.
And then there's like that you all hear this. There's a loud like thump coming from under the floorboards.
I'm gonna jump a little bit.
What is it? Is there a door or staircase that goes downstairs that's visible?
Yeah. So like if you went down the corridor a little bit further, you can see there's steps that go down.
Stairs under the stairs going down. Yeah.
Okay.
Can everybody hear we're coming out here, just getting in position to mess with us later?
It's probably one of Chuck's friends. I got his number. I'm going there, spray paint in one hand, flashlight in the other, and just going to check this out.
What do the rest of you guys want to do? Go down or?
Well, I'm going to walk with her over there. I swear to God, if a zombie jumps out of here, this is like something from, what's it? Night of the Living Dead, we'll say.
Well, not Salem's Lot, abandoned old house in town.
That stuff isn't real. It's probably just like a rabid raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys get
so much better than a zombie.
You guys get to
It's a lot more terrifying.
Might be some homeless person, so be careful.
You guys get to the staircase that goes down, and the stairs look relatively sturdy enough. There's a couple of broken bits and stairs missing, but you reckon you can get down okay. But the weird thing is, there's at the bottom of the steps, there's a door, and the door has a bunch of padlocks on it they're open, but it looks like this door had about 4 or 5 padlocks locking the thing shut. They're all broken off and rusted off now, but at some point, someone really didn't want this room getting into.
I put my hand on Kayla on Jesse's shoulder, and I say, maybe old man Madison had things locked up down here, and they're still walking around today.
You guys, I am not walking down the stairs. I've already messed up my ankle once. I'm just going to stay by the door.
Kayla, why don't you go outside with the kids and make sure that they're not too scared?
I guess I better go out there and make sure they're not flapping, Jamie. God, so gross.
Flapping.
Not together, I hope not.
I think that's why you couldn't find it on the computer. FAPP, not FLAPP. That's what birds do.
Flappy Birds is so cool.
I may or may not be recording this whole exchange because I find it hilarious.
So Kayla, you're going to go outside to watch the kids. The other three of you, what are your plans?
Jesse, should we yell downstairs?
Nah, I'm just going to go.
Come on, it'll be like your own episode of Ghost Hunters. And I'm holding up my phone now.
What was that? What was that?
And James? Oh, there we go. You froze for a bit there.
Oh, I think you froze. I was just saying I guess we're all going to go down, except Kayla's going outside.
Okay, cool. Can the three of you guys give me dex rolls?
Oh, 97.
I pass. How was the unathletic one passing these? I don't know.
Because you're
Just-
smart.
Did you?
I'm rolling pretty
Yes,
terrible, but I passed.
Really bad. 97.
Okay, so you guys sort of make your way down the steps and things like that, and James, you sort of lose your footing at one point, and you slip, and you know how like when you miss a step with your ankle and then you kind of land on your butt a bit. Yes,
Right.
you kind of do that, but just take 1 point. You just kind of land a bit funny on your hand. It's nothing too bad, but you just kind of shake it off a bit. But it's enough to kind of it's almost like you funny bone, and it just kind of is a bit damn, that really is annoying. But you guys, the three of you guys get down to the bottom of the steps, and there's the big wooden door with all the broken padlocks on it.
Jamie, I think the apparition here likes you.
Yeah. At least I don't have to use my hand for anything in the play.
Give me a spot hidden, all three of you.
Nope.
Oh, I
I'm too
failed.
busy looking to see if, James hurt himself.
It's okay.
I'm a little focused just looking through my camera. So, I don't notice anything.
Cool.
We got this.
Cool. So, what do you guys want to do?
Go squad.
Now, are the locks broken off?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be the like Chuck and his gang have probably explored this whole place, but I bet you there's a homeless person or something down here.
Yeah.
Well, you think you should knock?
Well,
Why would we knock? Just open the
I don't
door.
know, something, if they're living down here, you know, is their house? We should probably knock.
It's not their house,
Yo,
though.
homeless person. I hear rabid raccoons are so much more sociable if you like knock before you walk in. Saw that on Animal Planet once.
Very well. I'll go up and knock on the door.
There's no answer.
I open the door.
Is anybody in here?
There's still no answer to that. You kind of open the door. It was already a little bit ajar, and you open it up, and you discover what made the thumping sound. It looks like the door had been covered up by like a shelf, or like a bookcase, and the bookcase has fallen over.
So we can see the dust is disturbed, and
Yeah.
well, somebody just knocked this over. Maybe a rat or something.
Yeah,
Or a rabid raccoon, maybe.
exactly.
The room ahead is pitch black.
Clicking on the flashlight and
Yeah.
looking around.
So can we assume then that it's there's no windows to the outside?
Correct.
I will say that I did say I had a flashlight out, so I'm just going to click that on and give the room a quick sweep.
You see a bunch of machines, old machines, are all rusted and look pretty banged up and things. But it's like, and in the center of the room, there's one big kind of everything's sort of built around this one big machine. It's huge.
Oh, dude, we gotta get Kayla in here.
Did you know what they say?
Does the machine look like it was running recently? Could that have been the thump?
No, nothing really like that.
Is it like lab equipment or
Yeah,
medical
it
equipment?
looks like you'd probably. All of you give me history checks. No, education.
Well, they say Dr. Madison used to do experiments on people down here.
So
Why? That's
I
gonna
read
be
about this in school. This is a thing.
Sorry, hang on. Did James you passed?
04, yes.
And Derek,
I
did you
got
pass?
a hard success.
And Jesse, no pass.
No pass.
Okay, so Derek, you definitely this is like science equipment.
Mhm.
James, you recognize the thing in the middle of the room, and you can't believe that this thing is here because it's so out of place. This should not be here because the thing in the center of the room is a hadron collider.
Oh my God, guys. Derek, you know what this is? Look
It's a snow cone machine, isn't it?
I think this is actually a collider, one of those old kind. Because it's not big, but it's kind of have in the bottom of some colleges.
I think you're right.
I want to share this with Kayla. Hold on.
That's
Stay
good thing
here.
I'm filming it.
I'm gonna run upstairs.
Oh.
And I'm gonna run to the door and I'm gonna go, Kayla, you gotta say this. Kids, you stay there.
When because I'm assuming Jesse, you're still kind of flinging your light around, and Derek, you've got to talk as well.
I don't know what's so impressive about this, so I'm just kind of wandering around and trying to amuse myself in the meantime.
You find Jesse. There's there's papers all over the floor, and you kind of shine your light on the papers, and you see that a lot of the papers have mathematical equations and stuff written on them. Some of them are pretty badly burnt and things like that. You can see there's quite a bit of fire damage down here, and you find an old newspaper article. And it just catches your eye.
A clipping or like an entire newspaper?
Just a clipping. It's like all burnt around, but this is what you find.
And now we see Jessie has to confront her greatest fear.
Reading.
Literacy. Lincoln Gazette. Date, May 22nd, 1907. Dr. Madison suspected of arson. Those who fought the large forest fire that destroyed many houses in the area have concluded that the fire began at the property on the outskirts of Lincoln. The mansion belonging to
That's his name, James.
Yeah, Dr. James. I almost said James earlier.
Yeah.
Dr. James Madison of New York, who is now suspected of foul play in connection to several missing employees. Strange noises and lights have been reported prior to the fire. After inspecting the mansion, the authorities have stated Dr. Madison was involved in unlicensed medical practices. Madison was found dead on the scene. His death is also being treated as suspicious. And putting that down real quick, I'll look around for signs of fire.
Yep, definitely. As I said, there's quite a bit of fire damage around here. A lot of the paperwork and things you can see are burnt up.
Jesse read something without being told to.
Here's kind of the awkward question. I know that Jesse isn't like the sharpest tool in the shed here, but does the room, like now that I'm looking at it, does the room look like it's structurally sound? Now that I know that a fire started in here?
Yeah, you can see where a lot of the it looks like there may be steel plating on the walls. So like it looks like some of the wood had been covered with wood and brick, but then that's kind of gone away and that there's been steel behind it.
Sure.
And things like that. But yeah, you can definitely see the fire damage, and you notice it all as you came into the house. Like you knew that supposedly the place had burnt down, or there'd been a big fire and stuff. So there's definitely fire damage everywhere.
Right. But frankly, Jesse is putting it together now that the fire started in the basement. This may not be the best room to hang out in.
Yeah.
Of course, that was over 100 years ago. 1907.
I'm working through it a piece at a time here.
As you're looking around, Derek, you find an old burnt kind of journal book, and it's pretty badly burnt, and you pick it up, and you're kind of going through, and everything's so badly burnt, but you come to there's a page is the same date as the newspaper, which was May 2nd, 1907, and all you can read is the portal has opened.
Ooh, Jesse, come look at this.
Is it about the unlicensed medical experiments?
Maybe. Apparently, Dr. Madison or whoever wrote this thought they opened some kind of portal down here.
Ooh.
Fancy that.
I wonder if that's a euphemism.
Well, maybe if Jamie was here, he might think so, but...
Well,
as you say that, Jamie and Kayla come down the stairs, and Jamie is helping Kayla get down the stairs because of her ankle, which is feeling a lot better, though.
It's totally cool. There's all this equipment down here. I swear to God, there's a collider. This is like a mad scientist place.
This is so cool. Look at these locks.
We could have such a cool party here.
No doubt. This is like one place where my name is not on the wall.
We could change that if you want.
Oh, that's right. You've got your paint. Who's got the paint?
Jesse holds up the can.
Look at this. Look at this. Geez, guys, I hope it's not like radioactive down here.
Oh, it looks like one of those old corn videos.
I wonder how old this shit is.
1907.
How do you know that?
Holds up the newspaper clipping.
And I'll show him the journal entry thing.
Yeah.
Crap.
He burnt down the place and then collected souvenirs of it.
What a weird bastard.
What the hell does it mean portal is open? Is this going to be like one of those horror movies where there's like a gateway open to hell or something like that?
And then rabid raccoons come out. Yes.
We
Exactly
need a
like
toilet
that.
for the rabid raccoons to come out of. Dude, this is like totally cool. I hope there's nothing down here.
What is it? It says here that he was doing unlicensed medical experiments, so that may be like a euphemism, like he was, trying to, do some sort of like, drug injection thing.
You know what we need to do though? I think we need to go with the kids. The kids are still upstairs. We need to go with them to the clubhouse and then see whatever the hell they are talking about and then come back here, get those kids to go home.
Oh yeah, we can spend all night here.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
I wonder if any of these like papers, if Derek can understand some of the math.
Oh, nice crazy.
Well, I'd certainly hope so. Otherwise, my education has been for nothing.
I, for one, want at least a souvenir out of here. Some piece of old. This stuff looks so cool.
I want one of those locks. Like, I want to just take a lock.
Well, you don't want a piece of Chuck's stash?
I don't know anything about Chuck's.
Oh, did we find
Derek.
Chuck's? Oh, yeah. Okay, we did.
What'd you guys find of Chuck's?
Well, there's that's why we made the comment earlier, because he's got some Playboy magazines in there.
Oh my God, guys! Oh,
No,
And no, so juvenile.
it's
Give
like,
me spot hiddens, all of you.
like
I
I
go
see
for
that stuff
porn. That's
every
like the worst
day.
porn you can get.
82.
Pass.
It's kind of as this is. Did you pass, Kayla?
No, I failed.
I did.
As the lights are all kind of flicking around and things, James, you notice something that makes your blood run cold. And you notice as the lights are flying past that you see there's an entrance at the back of the room. There's like a big archway, and it looks like there's a tunnel goes down. But as the light flicks past, you see that this is footprints in the dust leading down that passageway. And they're, like I said, they're fresh footprints. You can definitely see the imprints there. And they look like something's been dragged. And then you remember that you heard footsteps down here.
You guys, look at this over here.
What, did you spot a raccoon?
No. We might not be alone down here.
Yeah, that's why I said the raccoon.
No. Look,
Now, what are you talking about? Oh.
there's footprints. And it looks like they're dragging something.
Oh, dear.
Do you think it's one of Chuck's friends?
I would have thought maybe Chuck was down here, but we did hear something down here a little while ago.
As you guys get closer, you realize the footprints. It's about the size of a 7-year-old child.
Oh, dear.
What the hell?
You guys, for
Kids are
real.
messing with us.
We
Are
should
the
probably
kids
go to
both
the-
upstairs?
They're outside by the gate,
Still
and
outside.
And you also notice, like, you can definitely tell the imprint of the shoe is a Chuck Taylor.
I have a
Neither of the
question.
kids are wearing Chuck Taylors.
So you said it's about 7-year-old. Was that how old?
Steve.
Well, he's described as Chuck Taylor's. I don't really remember if he was wearing Chuck Taylor's at all.
It's the ghost of Steven Smothers.
Yeah, okay.
Jamie, stop, for real. God.
I thought you
start-
knew stuff, Kayla. Come on.
I do, but
Well,
like this
if
is
it's a
so
ghost,
real.
Let's go find it.
Like,
Let's follow through with the plan. Let's go take the kids and look at their clubhouse.
I know. Just while we're right here, let's go find a ghost for Kayla. Come on.
All right.
Take like 5 minutes.
I'll, what is it?
And as this is going on, you guys hear some yelling from upstairs, and it's not like screaming or anything. It's just like,
What are you guys doing?
yeah, kind of like, hey guys, do you want to go to the clubhouse? We're kind of getting hungry.
We better do it because they're kids.
Mm.
we
They
can
get scared. Sure, they're
yeah,
getting
get
scared.
them in
And it's around lunchtime. Like it's about 1 o'clock now. So you guys haven't eaten since breakfast, and
we haven't like even been upstairs or anything here. We've got a whole bunch of exploring to do. So let's
Right, but what if our little ghost friend gets away?
where's he gonna go? He's a ghost.
And he leaves tracks
That's
so we
fair.
could follow the feet prints later.
Yeah, what kind of ghost leaves tracks?
Yeah, it's probably a kid playing a prank.
Or it's a troll
Ooh, a troll.
or a leprechaun.
Oh,
Or maybe it's a herder.
I've
of
seen all those
apparitions.
movies. I think Troll 2 is like one of the best acted films of all time.
Well, Jamie, when you turn into a plant, I'll make sure to water you every day.
That works. Let's go take care of the kids. I wish we hadn't brought them. I wish we'd been able to find this without them.
Oh,
you
we
guys
knew
make
where
your way.
we knew where this place was. We don't know where the clubhouse is.
I wish we'd.
So you guys make your way back up to the kids, and they're both sitting there waiting, and they see you kind of come out, and they go. Gregory sort of says, "You guys get lost in there."
No.
hey David.
Yeah.
Walk over here. Did you and Steven, you guys were pretty close, right?
Yeah, we were best friends.
Do you remember if he wore like some cool, what kind of shoes he used to wear all the time? What did he wear, like those canvas, the Chuck Taylor All Stars? Those
Yeah,
are so cool.
yeah. He had a pair of red ones. He loved them.
Yeah, those are so cool.
He always dressed really cool. I wish I dressed like him.
Ah, you look great, man. you're gonna be knocking them out soon. I mean, you're just gonna be on so many handlebars. You're just really gonna need to get better about riding on them. That's all.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go get to the clubhouse. What do you say? Show me where your clubhouse is. This is exciting.
Oh, okay, follow me. And he
Right.
sort of starts to head off. He goes, hey guys, follow me. And he starts heading off down the path, away from the house and past it, back into the woods.
Okay. So we're gonna fall. That's so cool. I can't wait to.
So you've left your bikes and everything at the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got flashlight and the spray paint still, but
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So you guys are walking along for about another kind of 15, 20 minutes or something. And then you come through some bushes and some trees, and you realize you come to a clearing. And in the clearing, there's the middle of the clearing, kind of at the back, there's a structure of like old wood and corrugated iron, and it looks a bit kind of, made by kids, basically.
Clubhouse.
And this is obviously the clubhouse. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
All right, David, you're up. Show us what you're going to show us.
Okay, follow me. And he leads you into the clearing, and he's sort of running along, and Gregory's kind of bringing up the rear, and he's kind of kicking some stones around and stuff. Can you all give me a listen roll?
Yes, 15.
4, cool.
I barely passed, 25.
Mine's
Nice.
almost an extreme.
I do not hear anything.
Okay,
ever.
so as you guys enter the clearing, you can hear the creaking of the trees as the, as moving in the wind and stuff like that. Give me, all of you give me power rolls.
Yay, 42. That's going to be a pass.
Regular
missed
pass.
it. Fail.
Okay, so Jesse and Jamie, you guys feel really uneasy. Something just doesn't feel right about this place. You can't place it. It's just there's something that doesn't seem right as you've walked in here.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that we were playing around in that other house, but I'm creeped out.
Yeah. I look around for raccoons.
As you guys are getting closer to the clubhouse, give me a spot hidden.
I'm too creeped out. I'm apparently looking at my finger.
And I passed this spot hidden.
I missed it by 1. Can I spend a luck point?
If you would like.
I would like, yes.
I got a 99.
Oh wow, what'd you get, Derek?
I got 23, so that's a pass.
Okay. 23, and you passed. Jesse. Kayla, did you pass?
I failed.
Okay. So, as you guys get close, you can see similar wood from the house. Obviously, as the kids said, they used some of the floorboards and things from the house to make the building. You can see some like an old oil drum it's been filled with kind of sticks and wood and stuff. You can see where they've made like a makeshift little campfire space that they've kind of done. They've done a pretty good setup for little kids building a little clubhouse. But as Jamie and Kayla, Derek is David's kind of showing you where everything is, and he's quite excited about everything. You're kicking through the campfire, Derek, just sort of kicking through all the stuff, and you find that there's a badly damaged envelope has been kind of mixed in near the fire, and it looks pretty old and pretty banged up.
Pull it out of there, dust it off, and give it a look over.
Cool. So you see that the envelope is addressed to a Mr. Alan Smothers. And on the corner of the envelope is, like, you know how a school envelope will have the school insignia and
Right.
everything on the corner? Yeah, it's your it's your school.
And it's on the envelope. Is there anything inside of it?
Yes, there's a letter. Do you want to read the letter?
Yes, I do.
Cool. So in the letter, it is from a Mrs. Hayes, who was all your guys' teacher when you were younger and stuff, but she teaches the younger kids. That's her class. And in the letter, she's writing to Mr. Smothers, telling him that Stephen has been suspended for a week for breaking a window in class by throwing a chair. And it's dated a year ago, October 19th, 2017.
So right before he disappeared?
For throwing a window through throwing a chair.
Throwing a chair, yeah.
Throwing a window through a chair would be something else to get.
impressive.
Yeah.
That is just impressive. I wouldn't suspend him. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll ask David about that.
Yep.
Hey,
You want
David.
to? Cool. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Do you remember what is it? Your missing friend throwing a chair through a window?
And he kind of looked and he goes, "How'd you guys know about that?"
Rumors get around. What was that all about?
He got beaten up at school. Some kids were picking on him, and the teacher wasn't listening to him, and he got angry and he threw a chair. It wasn't his fault. Some kid had punched him and given him a black eye.
Wow.
No, I get uncontrollable fits of rage. I understand. It's nothing to be ashamed of. That doesn't mean that he's a bad person or anything like that.
It's the steroids.
He said, and he told me he threw the chair at the window because something was staring at him.
Did he say what?
No, just that something was staring at him. He said, no, it was staring at him from inside the window.
I lean closer and say, "It couldn't be a raccoon, could it?"
And he said that just gives you a weird look, like, why would a raccoon be inside a window?
Oh, inside a window. I thought you meant like inside that side of the window. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, he said it was staring at him from inside the window.
Okay, I thought you meant inside the room from the window, but yeah, okay. Yeah, that is a pickle. Huh.
Well, while they're talking, I'm going to glance my eyes around. I'm trying to find the writing he was talking about.
Yeah. Show us inside.
Yeah, so inside, you guys go inside the clubhouse, and as I said, you can see it's poorly constructed with semi-rotting pieces of wood, rusted corrugated iron, nails jaggedly protrude from the structure despite its appearance. It's pretty sturdy though, like you kind of push on it, it's staying there. It's all pretty solid. There's no windows in the clubhouse. The interior is messy. There's 2 stained mattresses with blankets lying on the dirt floor. In one of the corner of the room is a large pile of fantasy novels and science fiction books, and and some comics. And all of these have Dewey Decimal numbers on the what do you call it? The neck part of the book.
Spine.
The spine. Yeah. So they've all got Dewey Decimal System, which obviously tells you guys that they're library books.
The library books. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what you see. And you can see, as I said, the writing on the wall. There's the kind of bunch of crude drawings of animals and some kind of misspelled chalk writings in a red chalk. scribbled among various sketches of white chalk drawings of like eyes. Someone's drawn eyes on the wall, just like not a round like thing, is just like some evil looking eyes. And some of the writing says, "I see you. Help me," written HALPME, and "I don't know where I am."
Does it look like a kid's writing, or does it look
Yes.
like Chuck's writing?
It looks like a kid's writing.
Weird.
Can you give me all spot hiddens?
86. I'm just looking at them eyes, looking at me.
10.
05.
Okay.
That's a
okay.
hard.
So, Jamie, you see sticking out of under one of the mattresses, you see like a little notebook.
All right, I go over and I grab it.
Cool. So you pull that out and it's got a list of, you open it up and it's got a list of names, a bunch of names written down on it.
Okay. What are the names?
There's a bunch that there's William Hill, Lisa Stope, Agatha Jones, which is your little sister, Jessie, and Gregory Miller.
When you say little sister, like how younger?
Like their age, like
Okay.
9, 10-ish.
So this could just be like a list of classmates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, David, is this your list?
And David sort of looks over and goes, no, that was Stephen's. It's at this point that you realize that Gregory's just standing outside. Like he's not in the clubhouse with you.
Does the writing on the way the names are written in the book match the handwriting that's on the wall?
Give me a luck roll.
While I do that, I'm gonna go outside over to Gregory.
Cool. While you do that, Jamie, you keep looking through the book, and you find a bunch of drawings. There's numerous colored childish drawings depicting a bunch of different scenes. Each one features a crying boy. The artist is skilled enough that the boy can be identified as, you can tell them apart. Like you can tell the one that definitely looks like David. There's one that looks like Gregory, and then there's one that, remember from the pictures you saw in the newspaper, would look like Stephen, and he's wearing little red Converse shoes. They feature Smothers' drunken father passed out with many alcohol bottles. They have
whose father?
Of Stephen, looks like a dad sitting in, with all alcohol bottles. There's a picture of Lynham placing his hand on a crying Smothers' shoulder. There's a picture of what looks like Smothers' mother with a halo above her head in the clouds, as her sad son looks on at her from the ground. And then there's a image of Smothers being beaten up at school. Give me a luck roll on that one.
15.
The image of the bully beating him up is Gregory. And you can see that he's given the crying boy a black eye. Then there's the last image is a picture of a crying boy, but there's some eyes in the woods. He's sitting near the clubhouse in the image, and there's eyes in the woods. And the eyes in the image here look very similar, but not quite the same as the ones that have been drawn on the wall. But Smothers is sitting at the door of the clubhouse, and there's a black ray from the ground. Give me a sanity check.
Say that again. There's a black
ray, like a ray of black sunshine, but it's pitch black. Like it's like he's tried to draw like sun ray, but it's just pitch black.
I see. Sanity roll, you said?
Yeah.
I passed. 41 out of 50.
Okay, you're fine.
Do you want me
But it's quite uncomfortable. You're the only one looking at these images. You haven't kind of gestured to the others. Now, Kayla, did you pass your luck roll?
No, I did not. I missed it by 1.
Okay. Do you want to spend a luck on that?
Spend a luck to pass a luck.
luck.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh, you can't spend a... Yeah, that's right. Of course. Yeah, sorry.
It starts a chain reaction, and the luck just starts disappearing.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you because one point is you can tell that the writing in the book that you saw, it does not match the handwriting written on the wall. But that could be just because writing with a pen compared to writing with chalk isn't, it's quite hard.
Right.
But it's in your opinion, it's not the same handwriting.
And you said Gregory's not coming in.
No, Gregory's staying outside the door. So, Derek, you went to go and talk to Gregory, right?
Yeah.
So he's standing out there. He's got his hands in his hoodie, and he's sort of he's looking he's looking around. He's really grumpy. He doesn't want to be here. You can tell that.
You don't want to come inside?
Nah.
Well, why?
Because it's all it's stupid. David probably wrote that on the wall anyway. He just wants attention.
Just wants attention? Does he not have a lot of friends at school?
That's all he gives you.
Are you curious to see it at all?
I can see it from here.
Well, the clubhouse, or can you actually see like the writing and stuff?
Yeah, he can see from out, like, there's the doorway and stuff. He can kind of see in through it. You can't tell whether he'd be able to see the writing or not. He just doesn't want to go in. Jesse, you've been looking around and stuff as well, and you've found a few other kind of notebooks that they've been drawing pictures on and stuff like that. David comes over and he goes, "Oh, that's my one. I drew some of these pictures," and he's written like a little story of him hanging out with Stephen and just their kind of fun adventures. Like he's drawn them as pirates and stuff like that. Can you and Kayla give me luck rolls?
Can I assume that we're all standing within 10 feet of one another? And
it's not that big it's not that big a clubhouse.
I got in 09, so that's a pass on the luck.
Okay.
There I go. 14. That's
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So there's something oddly familiar about what you're looking at, Jesse. Kayla, you clock it straight away. The handwriting in David's book does match the handwriting on the wall.
Knowing this, I'll ask David, have you seen these eyes?
Are you gesturing to the ones on the wall?
Yeah.
No. They're pretty scary.
They are. What is it?
Now, who were the two that were uneasy when they came in? That was Jamie and Jesse?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys have a sinking feeling.
Yeah.
You finally clicked. And you both rush outside. And you can still hear the trees swaying. But there's no wind.
Okay. And I
Hey, where are you going?
I'll look up in the trees to see what's actually physically moving the branches. See if I can see anything.
You can see like the trees swaying, but there's no wind. Like there's nothing.
Is it like I can see like a branch moving here that's pushing other ones, or is it just impossible for me to find a source?
No, you can just sort of see the trees just like, not violently, but you can just see them sort of all swaying just ever so gently, all of the trees around you in the clearing.
Okay.
Guys, come here for a second.
Yeah. What's up?
And I lean over to Jesse. I'm like, get behind Gregory. You'll understand what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
So Gregory, I got a question for you. And I hold out the book with the sketches, and I'm like, did you beat up Stephen Smothers?
And he looks at it and sort of goes wide-eyed and goes, he called me a loser, and he said I'm just going to end up like my dad, a drunk alcoholic war veteran, and he was an asshole.
Punch him in the shoulder. We don't hit people.
He punches you back. Give me a dodge. Ooh.
29, which is just a success.
He got a 24. So do you want to spend the luck, or do you just want to take the hit from a 9-year-old?
I'll spend the luck.
You're going to spend the luck to make the difference? Okay, cool. So that's how many?
2 points to get under him.
Because you got 29? He got
I'm
24.
sorry?
You rolled a 29, right?
Oh, yeah. He got a 24, you said?
Yeah, 1, 2.
Okay,
3.
so that'd be 5 points.
Yeah, so you're on 34. Okay.
Yeah.
Gregory, did you do anything more to Stephen?
No, I just punched him. I apologized afterwards. But he just got mad, and he just said, "I'll show you." That was the day he threw the friggin' chairs through the window. Can you all give me a spot hidden?
Nope,
I'm enthralled with what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm watching him to make sure he doesn't rabbit into the forest. So,
Ayla?
yeah.
I failed.
You found. Okay, cool.
Got this.
Cool. So you, out of the corner of your eye, Derek, you see David sort of walking off to the edge of the clearing, just sort of slowly wandering. He's not running or anything. He's just wandering off to a.
David.
You're the only one who notices, though.
David.
He doesn't react.
Damn it, David. I'm gonna start running over to him. Where are you going?
So he is stopped at the edge of the clearing, and he's looking down at a tree. And there's like a little, you can see in the knots of the tree at the bottom, there's a hole.
So what's...
Yeah. And he's just stopped. He's standing there, just staring.
At the hole?
Yeah.
What's down there, David? I'm gonna turn the flashlight on my phone and kind of lean down and.
So you see just inside the hole, there's like something white and black and slimy. So it's like reflecting off the light.
What's that? Heck, I'm gonna get
Raccoon.
I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting
give me, what do you have?
Probably sticks and stuff all around.
Give me an education roll.
education. I also have biology. So education.
Yeah, give me a bio roll.
Okay, so I got a 12. That's going to be an extreme education and a hard biology.
Okay, so you have a look. You kind of get closer and shine the light on it, and you realize it's a human shin bone. And it's covered in some sort of black slime. And you can see that inside this hole, there's actually it looks big enough for someone to slip into this hole. Like there's space through into what almost looked like a tunnel.
Oh my, guys. I kind of just push back, and I'm trying to get David to.
Yeah, give me a sanity check. You just saw a human bone with.
38. That's a pass.
Okay, cool. So you've got enough you've seen enough horror movies and stuff.
Well, what's up, Derek?
There's there's a bone in this tree.
Oh my God, Derek. Did
No,
you
no,
touch
no,
it?
no, 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 no. I'm not.
Jesse,
I'm
watch
not
this
kidding
guy.
with you. I'm not messing with you. Just
Watch Gregory.
get over here. Come look at this.
I'm watching Gregory. Yeah.
David, do you know? Did you know about this?
What? And he's kind of comes to a bit and he goes, no, about what?
While this is happening, I don't want to take away from the action, but I do want to see Gregory's reaction to this. Can I do a psychology roll to see if he
Oh,
might have
Gregory?
known about this? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Give it a psychology roll.
Missed it by 3. I spent a lot of luck already.
You want to push it?
Yes, I'll push it.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
So yeah, he's not even looking over there. He's kind of he's just grumpy now because you guys have accused him of beating up
Did it.
Steven
I know you
and
did it.
So you guys are all now over by the hole and by you can all see in and see the shin bone covered in the black substance and stuff, and David's just confused, and going like, what is it?
I'm gonna get a stick or something and see if I can pull it out.
No, don't touch it. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna touch it with my hands.
No. We need to call the police.
Well, we will, but I want to see if it's a little kid's shin bone.
Could just be a dead animal.
Jamie,
Could
that's
be.
nuts. What
No,
if
that's not an
there's a
animal.
shoe on it?
Jesse, it's not an animal.
Well, it's probably some sort of slime mold, but
Okay, Dr. Derek.
It's at this point that you all hear the trees starting to really, really shake. And can you all give me luck rolls?
no.
93.
Oh, no.
89.
Ooh.
42.
Okay, so you guys turn as you hear a massive cracking noise, and you all turn to see a giant tree fall. And Jesse, you don't have enough time. You both look up and you see the tree coming down, and it lands directly on top of Gregory and your leg.
I would like to...
Full-size tree.
Can I try to get Gregory out of the way before it falls, or is there just no time?
Give me a dodge roll.
I mean, I'll take the full tree.
You can't save Gregory because you failed the luck, but I'm going to give you a dodge if you can, in the nick of time, move out of the way. Otherwise, your leg's going under that tree.
Gotcha. That's a fail anyway.
Yep. So, yeah, he's, boom, hits Gregory. Kid's kaplat. Done. He's right under that tree.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
And your leg is right underneath that thing. You are screaming your head off. Give me a 1d6.
1d6.
I'm gonna make a sanity roll real quick.
Yeah, all of you sanity roll.
I failed.
That's a 5.
Okay, 5. So take 5 points of damage. And as I said, do sanity checks, all you guys.
Yes, I passed.
All right.
I failed sanity check.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay, sanity check. Give me 1d4, gentlemen.
So since I passed, I'm immediately running over to Jesse.
Okay.
I'm stunned. I lost 3 sanity points.
I passed my sanity, but I've just had a tree fall on me, so the adrenaline is making me very clear, but very very focused
David's
on my current
screaming.
plight.
David is absolutely screaming. He's run into the clubhouse.
Okay. I'm going to now. Do I see that Gregory is squished?
Yeah, he's dead. He's. Give me a con check.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty gruesome.
I did not pass my con, so.
Okay, so you throw up. Yeah.
Oh, guys, we got to get this tree off of him. How big of a tree is it?
It's massive. Like it's a big tree. What's like an oak?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like a decent trunk on this thing.
I suppose I'm out of this as far as what is it? Trying to lift it off myself.
Yeah.
Well, you're in an awkward position because it's on your
Yeah.
leg, and
Yeah, I
next to
figured.
you is the body of this kid who's completely splat, and there's blood everywhere and things, and you can tell your leg is broken.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
much more focused on that just because of the personal
yeah.
stake into this.
Derek, you haven't
White in
moved.
the
You're like
face,
white, like
I'm frozen.
Kayla, did you pass your sanity check?
No, I took 2 loss.
2 loss. Okay, so you are a bit the same. You kind of just dropped your knees and you've just started crying, like you don't know how to process what's just happened, and things like that. It's at this point, Derek, as you're sort of slowly coming through, you notice out of the corner of your eye, like a dead rabbit, like a mangled dead rabbit, and something for some reason draws you over to it because you're still in a bit of a daze, and you're looking over it and you realize that one of the eyes of this rabbit doesn't look right. Give me a biology check.
33 is a pass.
You realize that growing out of the eye of this dead rabbit, like growing out of it, is a human finger.
Well, I
Sanity
passed
check.
that sanity check.
Probably because you're still in the withdrawals of
Yeah.
everything kind of going on.
Uh,
So you guys, there's a lot of screaming and yelling going on, and you see
gotta get out of here.
you see 2 people, like a man and a woman dressed as hikers. They sort of run into the clearing and they go, "Oh my God, what happened? What's going on?"
Help us move the tree. Help us move the tree. I'm trying to straddle the tree and lift it.
I'm gonna kind of start tugging on Kayla's sleeve,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, we gotta get out of here.
So
I'm just screaming my head off.
The hikers come over and start to try and help you bring the tree off of Jesse and stuff like that. And then you give me a listen roll, all of you.
No, I'm too busy.
I've got bigger concerns.
Hard success.
Hard success, Kayla. You're muted, Kayla.
Sorry, I failed.
Okay, so Derek, you hear something, and it's like it sounds like a bunch of little feet running, and just you see off on the side a bush starts to shake, and then out of that bush come about 15 squirrels, and they've all got like mad looks in their eyes, and there's like rabies, they're all rabies covered things, and they all rush to these hikers and just start attacking them. And they're running up all over these 2 hikers, and they're clawing and biting, and these hikers start screaming and trying to throw them off, and it's just insane chaos going on. Give me a sanity check on that. You guys all see this.
That's a fail.
Failed.
73.
Take 1 damage of sanity on that one.
Failed.
Fail.
Take 1 point if you fail.
Come on, Kayla, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get some help. Come on.
Derek, we can't.
Jamie,
leave.
as you see this attack, you kind of fall off the tree and start trying to back away because you're like, oh, I got to get out of the way of this. And that's when you notice that Gregory's head wasn't under the tree. It was like his body that got hit. And you notice this is you look down, and this is the first time you notice this. This is what you see.
Oh my God.
Oh.
He's got a hand coming out of his head.
Yeah.
Out of his face.
I think his head is a hand.
his eyes are still in there. They're at the very bottom of that image there.
Yeah.
But
We
that's what you have all of a sudden noticed. You see a hand has, as you say, grown. It's covered in like sliminess, and it is somehow grown out of the face of Gregory.
Ooh.
Right. I'm like that close to just turning and running for my life.
That's what I'm doing.
Like,
Derek is out of here.
Must be nice.
Can you all
Jenny
give me
Long-
POW checks?
Jenny Long is your understudy. She can do the role just as well as you
I
can.
have failed my
Oh God.
1.
really bad. 98.
I
I
got
got-
1.
I got an extreme. I got an
98.
Extreme.
Hey,
What'd
I
you
got
get,
92.
You got 98?
98.
Okay. Derek, high or low?
Oh, jeez. Hi.
Okay, so James, you've just seen the arm kind of grown out of the head of this kid. The hikers have now hit the ground, and they're just like they're being torn apart by these squirrels. All of a sudden, you see Jessie lift this tree off her and stand, and she's got this mad look in her eyes, and her eyes have just gone completely white, and her legs just sort of dangling because it's a compound fracture underneath the thing, so the bone's sticking out. She tries to stand on it, and it just sort of she stumbles, and then she starts crawling towards you, James.
Ooh. Ring style.
Can you give me? Okay, cool. So you've that was on. Yeah. So this is what's happening. You, Derek and Kayla see David. He's still in the clubhouse, and he's over. He's got tears, and he's trying to go like this. He's gesturing to both of you, and he's going, come here, come.
I'm going in the clubhouse with David.
I'm running in there. I'm like, we got to get out of here, David. What are you doing?
James, can you give me two things? One, I need you to do a sanity check. Okay, fail. 1d4.
3.
3. Okay, so take 3 points of sanity damage.
And what else?
And give me a dex roll. Because I'm assuming you're trying to get away from Jesse.
003. I'm apparently running. Like,
Yeah, so you've gone like,
on air.
screw this. And in fact, it's so good. As you've kind of got up, you've managed to like kick Jessie away a little bit.
Okay.
So she's sort of stumbled back. And are you also heading for the clubhouse?
Actually, I'm heading in the opposite direction.
So you're just going to run.
I'm heading.
Okay, sweet. So let's start with Kayla and Derek. So you've gone into the clubhouse, and Derek goes, so Dave goes, here, and he pulls a blanket off something in the corner that you guys hadn't noticed, and you realize it's a couple of cans of kerosene.
What are we supposed to do with this, David?
I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing the carrots.
Oh
my gosh.
Cool. Now, so you're grabbing the kerosene. Kayla and Jamie, can you both give me power rolls?
I missed it by 7 points.
Okay, so you all of a sudden, your vision kind of goes black, and then it comes back. But have you seen Stranger Things?
Yeah.
You see the upside down. Everything's black, and sound everywhere is screwed up. There's like weird vines all over the trees, and everything just so you kind of look back, and you're looking around you, and the hole in the tree, you can see like a light coming from it, like a pulsing light. And then you come back to, and everything's back to normal. Sanity
What the
check.
hell? Yeah, I'm just gonna run all the faster.
Yeah.
I got a 99.
Okay, so you're going to take 1d4 again.
3.
3 plus 2. So 2, 3, 6.
5?
Yeah, 5, yeah. So you're pretty shaken.
Well, technically,
Has anyone...
5 is where I have I suffer a
Temporary.
breakdown.
That's what I'm going to say. You're having a breakdown. So hang on, what's your size?
50.
For some reason, after seeing this thing, you've kind of come out of it, and you just sprint for that hole.
Okay.
And you crawl into the hole.
Okay.
Okay, so you've crawled into the hole. Derek, I'm assuming you've come out, and you've got the kerosene.
Yeah. So are the squirrels still attacking the hikers and whatnot?
The squirrels have gone, but the hikers are dead. And you have noticed now that there's you can't tell because but there seems to be some things growing out of the bodies of the two hikers.
Am I still crawling towards them ring style?
Yes, you kind of get it back up, and you're yeah. Can you give me a power roll, Jesse?
Sure.
My pass a sanity roll, by the way, for seeing the hikers.
Passed by 5.
Can you take 1 point of sanity damage, Derek, from seeing the hikers? Jesse, you passed by 5, so it was a regular?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you're still crawling after them and nutso. Kayla, what are you doing?
I am going to ask David what is going on because you knew exactly what to do during this. This has happened before.
He told me. He told me.
What did he tell you?
Stephen, he told me in my dreams. He told me in my dreams that I had to. I'm just remembering things now. It all came to me when I saw that bone in the tree. I wrote the words. It was Stephen. He made me write them, and he made me get the kerosene and stuff. I found it at the old mansion.
You went down in the basement?
Yeah, I had to drag them out from the basement through the tunnel. The tunnel, and it's through there. And he points over to the hole in the tree.
What kind of shoes is David wearing?
He's just wearing just a pair of sneakers. But you also see in the pile where all the kerosene and stuff was, there's a pair of Chuck Taylors. Old, like, banged up red Chuck Taylors, like really scuffy and stuff.
That's a lot to it's a lot to digest. Did he tell you how we can help him?
He said he's stuck somewhere and he can't get out and there's something holding him there and it's making him, it's using him, it's got him trapped.
So he's still around. We can get him out.
I don't know. I can't. It's all fuzzy.
All right, David. We've probably got to get out of this place right here. We need to get out of here and get out of here fast.
Okay, so while we're here, let's do... Derek, can you give me a dex?
Yeah. 96.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you, as I say, were a little bit shaken from seeing the hikers, enough so that Jesse has reached out and grabbed your ankle. Jesse, your only thought process now is kill.
Brawl then?
Yep. Okay, so you're going to brawl. Derek, you're doing a dodge, I'm assuming, unless you want to fight back.
I'm dodging.
That is an 06.
And I failed. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so what's your damage on your unarmed Jesse?
A D3 plus a D4.
Okay, so roll that.
That is 3 total.
3. So you take 3 points of damage there from Jesse.
I'll bite your kneecaps off.
What do you want? So she's kind of pulled you to the ground and stuff. So what do you want to do now? You've still got the kerosene, and like those lighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got like a Zippo type lighter thing.
Well, first thing I scream is "Get off of me!"
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm just going to try to scramble back. Does Jesse have a hold of me still?
Yeah, she's still got your ankle. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I want to try to kick free.
Okay, so you're going to give me a brawl check, and Jesse, you're going to give me a strength check.
Cool.
06. Come on, hold out.
That is a fail.
Cool. So you managed to, as you said, she's got your ankle, so you just stamp down with your foot on it, and you clock her in the face, and she lets go of you. Can you take what's your unarmed damage, Derek?
Mine, I think it's just this 1d3.
Cool. So roll that for me.
1.
Cool. So you take 1 point of damage, Jesse.
Right to the face.
Yes, you do indeed take 1 to the face. Oh God, you're not looking health wise. Give me a power roll,
not.
Jesse.
I'm looking real bad health-wise, in fact. That's an 08, which is an extreme.
Yes. Okay, you come out. The kick to the face sort of shakes you out of this
Oh, my nose.
this thing you're in. Yeah, and you've kind of got blood rushing down your face. Your
My
pain,
beautiful, beautiful nose.
your leg is in so much pain. And things. So just jump to James. You've crawled into this kind of hole, and you've come down, and everything sort of it's very musty and stuffy in here, and you've kind of, as you hit through into the hole, you kind of go, you come out of the like, why have I come down here? Like, what the hell? And what is going on?
What the?
It's pretty dark. You can't really see too much down here.
Well, at least I can hide from whatever the hell's going on, but I'm just going to keep going forward. How far does the hole go?
You can't really tell. Like I said, it's dark. You can tell you're in a bigger space just from like listening and feeling around and stuff. But you feel like everything around you feels kind of damp and slimy and like stringy.
Like roots. I'm in like a little underground cave or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand on the wall and move forward, but always keep my hand on the wall so that I don't get lost.
Okay, give me a listen check.
Listen is 60 and I got a 41. So yes, I hear.
You start to hear a
heartbeat.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Give me an idea roll.
This isn't real. Yeah, I got 66 out of 80.
You realize there's a light on your phone.
I quickly turn it on. And
cool. And this is...
I always forget you got to scroll up.
This is what you see in the middle of the room ahead of you.
All right. I am going back to school. I'm going to find Chuck. We're going to get married. We're going to move to Peru.
So yeah, you see this, and it's the see the tendril, like the kind of the veins almost coming off at the roots.
Uh-huh.
They're slowly moving towards you, and this whole thing, the egg thing it's quite large. It is moving, like it's kind of pulsing in and out. There's like a faint light coming from it, and the limbs on it are slowly kind of swaying a little bit, and you can see that the eye there, it is blinking and looking at you. And then you hear like a muffled kind of like coming from inside it.
Okay, at this point, I'm pressed up against the wall.
Yeah.
The sanity roll, I failed.
Okay, you did a sanity. Give me a 1d6.
Yeah, that makes sense. 4.
Okay, take 4 sanity. So are you on, just confirm, you're on 40?
37.
You're on 37, damn. Oh boy. So yeah, you're really not doing it. You're hyperventilating and you're just kind of freaking out. You kind of realize all of a sudden that you can just sort of like you're just hearing ringing in your ears, and just like everything sort of you just this sweat dripping off you, and you're kind of like finding it hard to breathe, and you're just kind of like you're having a massive panic attack, and it just something's not kind of, and ever so slowly the roots are slowly creeping kind of towards you. So let's get back to Derek now. So you've just kicked off Jesse.
Yep.
What were you wanting to do?
What is your problem? We need to get out of here. Where? And I'm just backing away from Jesse. Kayla, we got to get out of here.
I'm like, my leg's broken. Give me a hand up.
And then Kayla, what did you? You're with David, correct?
Yeah, we're in the clubhouse.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna tell David. I'm gonna ask David. David, what is the fastest way to get out of here and back to that house?
The tunnel.
What tunnel?
The tunnel that I brought the kerosene through the tunnel through the hole over in the tree.
Okay. Can you show me, can we get to that tunnel without getting mixed in with all of that mess that's going on outside? Can we get there and you and me get through that tunnel and get back to that house?
Okay.
All right. Now I really need you to be brave right now. And I know you can do it because I have faith in you and I'm depending on you, David.
Can you give me like a charm roll or a fast talk or a persuade or something?
I'll give you a charm. And that is a pass.
So yeah, you managed to sort of, because he's a little kid, he's crying, he's freaking out. You managed to calm him down enough, and he goes, okay, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Can you talk now? Can you actually talk to Steven, or do you have to be asleep?
I think it kind of felt like a dream. So I think he uses me when I'm asleep. It's like, yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about that. We're just going to get back to that house now. We just got to get back to the house.
Okay. So what are you going to do? Are you going to run for the hole?
I want David to lead me to that hole, and we're going to try to make it inside.
Okay. So you guys run out and you go over to the hole. You didn't see James go down. You don't know he's down there. So you've done that. Derek and Jesse, give me a listen roll.
Nope, we're a little busy with something right now.
My leg's broken.
Can you both give me spot hiddens? That's a good one.
Also no, 98.
Damn.
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are just sort of like, are you trying to help her up? Are you trying, like, what were you trying to do with the kerosene? Are you trying to kind of get away and light the forest on fire?
I'm not doing anything with the kerosene right now. I'm kind of just holding it.
Okay, so what was your plan of attack?
Oh, I'm looking around for Jane. For anybody at this point. Like
you do see Kayla and David run towards the tree, and you see David slip into the hole. And Kayla, what was your size?
The size was 60.
Okay, cool. So you put David through the hole. He slips in, and then you start to go in the hole, and you get stuck. You can't quite fit.
That damn bagel and cream cheese. God.
Kayla, what are you doing? You need to get out of here.
Lifetime on the hips.
Carbs are the enemy.
So you can see Kayla is sort of stuck in this train. She's trying to push her way through.
Do I see Jamie in the hole?
No, you've kind of gone in legs first. So you're kind of like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm a ways down there.
Steven,
and James,
pull my legs.
you don't notice David slip down the hole.
I'm
And
looking at the...
yeah, you're just sort of like blanking out. At this point, the roots have reached you, and there's a weird tingling sensation up your legs. Can you give me a power check?
All right. Should I do a dance check? Because my feet are going to be doing this.
Sure.
41. I passed that POW.
Okay, so you managed to come to enough that you kick the roots off you, and you come to, you do see Jamie. You do see so David there, and he's sitting on the floor. He's seen the thing now, and he's sort of almost kind of where you were, and you see a pair of legs belonging to Kayla sticking out of the hole.
Jamie, is that you?
There's a goddamn monster down here. I try to get over to where David is. David, where are we?
And he's just sort of staring at the thing, and he goes, and he's looking up at it and goes, Stephen? And you look back and you see the eye sort of like blinking, and the thing trying to be like, it's almost like it's trying to tell you. And
can those of us on the other side of the hole try to push Kayla down?
Yeah, and I'll try to pull her leg.
Yeah, since she's obviously trying to get down there.
Okay. I mean, Jesse, it's going to take, you've got to crawl yourself over, unless Derek's going to help you kind of walk over there, or hobble, because your leg is busted. It's basically hanging together by muscle.
I don't know what's going on. We just need to all get out of here, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to help Jesse over there to try to help Kayla out.
Derek,
okay,
push me in here. Get me inside of there.
And James, you're gonna pull?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of you give me strength checks.
I'm trying to think thin.
43 out of 50.
Okay. Derek, did you pass?
Yep, 39 out of, I want to say 50? Yeah.
Jesse?
I failed.
Kayla?
Oh.
You're also trying to, you're trying to pull yourself in, yeah.
I'm going to do a think thin roll. That's a 6.
Okay, great. So you managed to push Kayla through the hole, and you kind of hit the bottom, and you sort of see what's down there and stuff from the light of Jamie's phone. He's just sort of left it lying there, so it's lighting the room. Can you take a sanity check for me, please, from seeing the creature?
At the same time, the second she's down there, I point. Is there a way we can get around the creature and down the tunnel?
Yeah, totally.
So I'm like, run for the tunnel, run that way.
And I'm assuming you sprint off?
Well, no, I see that the other two are trying to come in too, so.
Okay, so Kayla, how'd your sanity go?
It failed. I failed sanity.
You failed, so 1d6 plus 2.
Whoa.
Did you say that to me earlier?
Yeah, I got you to do a 1d6. You got 4, and then I said plus 2. No, you got 3, and I said plus 2, and you did 5. You lost 5.
Yeah, I just lost a total of 5.
You lost 5. Same thing.
Because usually if you lose 5 in a single roll, then you have an involuntary, you go freaking... Yeah,
that's why you went nuts. You kind of were just catatonic, and you just, yeah. So, Kayla, you see this thing. You've lost 5. So you just see this thing, and you just run. You just full pelt down you run past the thing. You just run. You don't even know where you're running to or where you're going. You're just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
David, go with her.
What about Steven? And he's gone up to the thing, and he's trying to like scratch at this thing.
Kayla, and I'm Geronimo. Here I go.
What's your size, Derek?
50.
50? Okay, you slip down this thing, but just as you slip down, you hear a massive growl. And you sort of, as you kind of slip down, you look back, and you see a giant black bear just coming out of the clearing of the woods. And it's bounding towards you guys. Jesse.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
No, take my hand, get down here.
So you were pretty close to the hole, but not, because obviously Derek went through it first, so you weren't right next to it. So what I need you to do is give me a dex roll. I'm going to give you a penalty dice, obviously, because your leg is busted.
Sure.
So yeah, let's give me a dex.
This is going to be another situation where I grab a hold of your arms and pull, and the bear pulls in the other direction. And
Yeah.
split you in half again.
Oh, that's really terrible. I got a 6 and a 66. Fortunately, though, yeah, 66 passes, just barely.
Okay.
Can I like grab her hands and pull her in?
Yeah, so you kind of, as it comes down, you manage to just, as this bear just swipes and things, but you get to the bottom. Derek and Jesse, give me sanity checks for seeing the creature.
I passed with a 28.
Okay, you take 2 bits of sanity.
I passed with an 05. I take 2 as well.
Yeah, both take 2 sanity.
So I see David just clawing at it.
Yeah, you see David clawing at this thing, just yelling, Steven, I'm going to get you out, Steven!
David, get back! And I'm going to start throwing kerosene on the thing.
Have Jesse and Derek, have either of you lost, was it 20, is it 10% or 15%?
20%? No, I'm nowhere close to that.
Nope.
Okay, sweet, you're both okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you just see that, you can hear the bear up above, just clawing away, just going madcap, crazy.
I'm gonna go run up and try to pull David away because he's about to light this on fire.
Okay, you're crawling because obviously your leg's busted.
I'm going to reach down and grab Jessie and lift her up so that, and I'm going to try to grab David too, so that we can run down the corridor, down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me a dex roll, Jamie, then, with a penalty dice? So since you've got a wounded person and a little kid that doesn't want to go.
I got a 9 and then I got an 18, so that's a pass.
Okay, so you managed to kind of, the adrenaline of the whole situation is helping you kind of pull
Jesse's leaning on me, and we're going.
Yeah.
I grabbed a hold of David's clothes, just pulling him along.
And Derek, you're, I'm assuming, running after them.
I'm dousing this thing in gasoline.
Yes, cool. That was going to be your idea, Roll. So you're throwing everything in gasoline.
I was looking for something to burn because this is crazy, and this is it.
I was just trying to get the kid away before he lit it.
As Jamie was pulling David away, David kind of pulled down on the thing, and this kind of munted sort of like mouth, too many teeth, kind of appears, and you can see it sort of somewhat resembles a little kid in the face, and it just says, "Kill me!" Can you give me a sanity check on that, Derek?
81, that's a fail.
Cool. Take a 1d4.
That's 3.
Cool. 3 sanity.
Yep. And I'm just going to scream, like, you got it, you bastard. And
cool. So you, the fire starts, and you've put the kerosene in it pretty much everywhere all over the thing, and it goes up real quick. Give me a dex roll.
27, that's a pass.
Cool. So you managed to you did start running, so you've gotten out of the way of the flames as it's going. But so you guys are running down the corridor. There's really no light whatsoever down this thing. So you're just sort of running. And Kayla, you were first because you just sprinted right down. You came to a kind of there's a two-way kind of
Y.
Yeah, there's a Y in the road. Fork in the road. Yeah. And you instantly sprint down the left. You just there's something kind of just tells you to sprint down the left. And you sprint down and you just kind of keep going. And after a while of running, you sort of stop to catch your breath and you kind of come to a bit of everything and you sort of realize you've left the others just randomly. And when you look up, you can see you can see the outside, you can see daylight, and there's a grate. And you can see trees and everything.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is reach in my back pocket, and this whole time I had a flask along with me in my kit, and I'm going to take a drink to steal my nerves and get calmed back down. Then I'm going to walk. How far was it that I went past the Y? From the time I chose left to where I am now?
Maybe 3 minutes of running.
Not terribly far.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the grate and see if there's any way that it's gonna come off, or is it wide enough so I can fit through? Because after the incident with the stump and getting stuck, I'm a little self-conscious about my hips.
Yeah, you're covered in slime, and you're pretty, because down here's been slimy and wet and everything. So you can slip through pretty easily, you reckon?
Okay, I will not slip through yet. I want to go back to where the Y is, and I want to wait there and wait for them to come down, or listen from there to see if I hear them coming.
Okay, so while you're doing that, give me luck rolls, the three of you guys. James, Derek, and Jesse.
11.
04.
96.
Okay, so
listen, Jesse, if you don't keep moving, I'm going to have you replaced. I can do it. Jenny
It sounds like something is just going to grab me out of the dark.
No, that's why I'm like, okay, so you guys got real good rolls. So you guys are running, you're fine. Jesse, something catches on your foot as you're running along, and because they're running full pelt and your foot gets caught, they literally just pull your leg off.
Oh. Okay.
So
much for that sports scholarship.
You scream in pain, and it's enough to make you guys turn and realize that literally because you've been running full pelt. Derek, you caught up with him and were kind of, you took David and you were kind of like piggybacking him along, and James, you were carrying Jesse, and you were just running full pelt. Her leg got caught, yanked it straight off.
How many hit points do you want me to lose from that?
I'm thinking 2 at least to get a limb pulled off. So let's take 2 points.
Okay.
You're in a shitload of pain.
Well, that's a major wound now, though.
Yeah, definitely major wound. Definitely major wound. You're pretty much incoherent at this point. You're in so much pain. You're just like, you've just like, and you're losing a lot of blood. You need medical.
My foot itches. My foot itches. Why does my foot itch?
Yeah. Kayla, you basically you hear the scream and you hear them, and so you can see, you kind of run down a bit further and you find them and you see them with the leg ripped off and stuff like that. Give me all a listen roll. It's actually a smell roll, but
Actually pass.
04. Gotten some really good rolls tonight.
27.
You guys smell the smoke and you hear the fire and you all turn back, and it is quickly rushing up the tunnel. It seems whatever slime and roots is encased within this tunnel is highly flammable.
Guys, we got to move. I've got the way out. Let's go.
Let's go.
We got to go.
I'm running.
Sorry, Kayla. Sorry, Jesse. And I'm going to grab her arms and just start walking backwards and dragging her along, regardless of her screaming.
Give me all dex rolls.
Even
93.
There's something wrong with these dice because I got 04 again.
I got 03.
Would you like me to add a penalty to mine because I've?
Yeah. So no, James, you've got a penalty because you're dragging Jesse.
Okay, well, it's still 14, so...
Jesus Christ.
And I rolled a 93.
You rolled a 93. You are sort of weirdly running alongside Jamie, and you trip and fall on top of Jesse.
Ah!
And Kayla...
Right on the bad leg.
And because you were carrying David as well, so that's why. Yep. So he sort of stumbles and falls and everything. And Kayla, you sort of are heading the group because you're leading the way, and you turn back and they're all kind of there stumbling around and the fire's coming.
Would you guys quit fapping and let's go?
Well,
oh my God, come on, David, I'm going. I'm going.
You're going? Okay, so you're sprinting.
Derek, help me with Jesse, asshole. Once again,
Kayla, are you just running? You're just continuing on when you see Derek run up, keep going?
I'm just going to try to grab Jesse, and I'm going to try to pull her until the fire gets too close, at which point it's like, sorry, Jesse.
It's pretty close now. Like it's maybe a meter from you, and it's moving fast.
Yeah, and I just scream to David, like, run, kid. I'm not carrying him
Yeah,
anymore.
he's bolted. Like he's up by Kayla now, and Kayla, you've sort of yeah.
Do I have any coherent thought at all at this point, or am I just in complete shock?
Give me a power roll.
Okay.
I think that I'll try until I feel like I'm being burned.
28 out of 50. I'll pass, but it's just a pass, not a hard.
You realize that you're just slowing them down.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm assuming Jamie has me by my jacket or whatever.
I got you by your hand.
Well, no, because you guys have fallen. So he's right now. He doesn't actually have a hold of you because
Okay.
when Derek fell, he kind of knocked her hands out and you kind of fell back a bit. So you
Okay.
don't have a hold of her right this second.
Okay.
Then I'll turn to him and say, it's been fun, guys. And I'll actually go back towards the flame.
Jesse, no.
You sort of like roll yourself back. Okay, so you guys all saw that. So give me sanity checks to see Jesse.
I passed that.
99.
You've been waiting for this.
I was just like, she is crazy.
99.
Kayla?
I failed my...
Okay, so those who fail, 1d4. Jesus Christ, these kids are going to need therapy.
Could be worse.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe that I only have one. So
yeah, I'm gonna say 2, minimum 2 for you,
right.
bro. And you've just like, yeah.
All right. At this point, I'm going to be running down the corner, but I'm going to be crying, and I'm going to be, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Halo, what did you roll? Because you failed. So what was your loss?
The sand loss was 2.
2.
I rolled a 1, but are we doing a minimum of 2?
Yeah, I think we definitely go to the minimum of 2 of that.
Okay.
So you guys are like, this is not okay and everything, and you have enough forethought, Kayla, though, to grab David and keep running. Derek, you were running as well, and as you kind of come to the Y,
Run left.
Yeah, Kayla yells at you, run left, and you take the left tunnel, and you come to the grate, and what was your size?
50.
50. You slip through,
50.
No sweat, with all the slime and stuff on you. James, you slip through. Kayla, you pushed David through, and then you slip through. Okay, it's a bit of a squeeze, but you managed to slip through as well.
Oh, right.
Pretty much as you fall out and slip through, the fire just kind of bursts out through the grate and things like, yeah, you guys just missed it in the nick of time. And so you're the 4 of you, because David's there, you're just sort of, because you slipped out and you rolled down the hill that sort of came out, and there's a stream, and you're both all of you are just kind of coughing and spluttering and lying on the grass as just everything sort of just coming in rushes, and it's all just all in a panic, and everything just doesn't seem too right. And then you hear, holy crap, are you guys okay? And you look up and you see sitting on a rock across the stream is Chuck Hillard, and he's sitting there, and he's got like a bottle of beer, and he's sitting there reading a comic, and he's got a cigarette, and he's just looking across at you guys. Fires just burst out of thing, and the 4 of you guys are just there. You've got filth all over you. You've just you're more slime and dirt and stuff now than your skin is being shown. So yeah, and that's the end of the scenario.
Yeah, I think that we just sit there staring at Chuck.
Yeah,
laughing or / crying.
Wow!
Congratulations, guys.
That was a great scenario. That was great. That was really enjoyable.
All right, now you got to tell us
That
what
was
was
a
going
good
on.
Okay, so the Madison house, obviously Dr. James Madison. Sorry, it wasn't Derek, it was James. He was obviously using the Hadron Collider to try and open a portal to another world, to another realm. And he accidentally did open a portal which let out, it was like a separate one. It let out like this entity that was trying to build a body that it could use to kind of ravage the world and things like this. But he needed a vessel. And when Dr. Madison realized that this thing had gotten out, was going to get out, he set fire to his building and set fire to stop it, to try and close it off and things. So he killed everyone inside and burnt the place down, which sort of did enough that the entity was still there because it escaped down the tunnel, but it was very badly hurt. I can't pronounce the exact thing of it, but it's HAM hash, not a hash, like a X
Hyphen
HLTI. Hilti or Hilti. Hilti. That was what the entity, the thing was called. And so it escaped down the tunnel and was sort of just waiting and stuff over all these years. Then Stephen and David came along, and they used part of the mansion to build their clubhouse, which was enough for the creature to kind of have a connection to the clubhouse and be able to put itself like psychically through into the kids. And the night Stephen, that's why Stephen was starting to see the creature inside the window. It wasn't on the other side. It was actually inside the window. He was seeing these creatures, and he was starting to go a little bit insane. And he went to the clubhouse that night because he didn't want to go home and get yelled at by his dad for being suspended. So he went to the house, and that's where the creature convinced him to go down the hole, and he got enveloped by the creature. So that sack, it was using him to kind of, and it was wanting to use his body, but it was having to bring, when he went through the hell, he went into the realm of the creature. So you guys escaped into the realm of the creature. And when you went in, that was what you saw, James. You saw everything as it was, as the realm, the upside down, basically. That was the creature's realm. So when you went down there, you could see kind of the vessel that it was using, and what it was doing. It had to kill people to then transport body parts of Stephen into the real world. So you were seeing the body parts being grown out, and it was growing in strength. That's why when you saw the rabbit, it was only a finger, so it hadn't fully worked. So it was trying to kill as many things as possible to be able to kind of bring arms, legs, torso, head, and things like that. The only one, Stephen had enough power that he was protecting David. He didn't want David to get hurt, which is why, Kayla, you didn't really get attacked because you stuck pretty close to David. But Gregory, that was the main target. So Jesse, you pulled the unlucky card on that one. You were too close to him. There was no way for me to.
It's because Jamie told me to watch him.
Yeah.
Was it Stephen's influence that caused the tree to fall on?
Yeah. It had used kind of like, because Stephen was a little kid, he didn't understand that.
Right.
If he was going to hurt Gregory, it was going to kill him. So it was like, oh, get him back. And that's what sort of started the reaction of it all.
It was the combination of Stephen and the creature that were causing the trees to move. And
yes, correct. They were waiting for the moment to be able to knock the tree over to kill. They didn't want you to escape the clearing. Pretty much once you were in the clearing, the only way out was going to be through the tunnel.
Yeah, it seemed like the real catalyst was getting the other kid to the clubhouse. What is it, Gregory?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So we were just kind of add-ons.
Cool. All right. Our players included John Byram, Morgan Llewellyn, Ryan Cesny, and myself with Zane Fleming as Keeper of the Secrets. We're currently producing up to 5 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows, free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the shows are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to become a patron, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. You can find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch that bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. It's the highlight of our day. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.